Give it, leave it. This is not the most important goal, but if and not if this were oh, he's done well to see the bounce. Oh, he's put it down. Bowling.
We are at you and they are at you. And Eden Gardens had a little hide and seek game with the sun, but all clear, no overs lost. You're going to be watching the KKR GT Watchalong on cricket.com with me, Cameron Green, and Graham Onions. And of course, I'm talking about me, Avnish Hegde, and Somesh Agarwal. Somesh, Saturday vibes. Are you getting something with this day, or do you think it'll be a dull affair?
Look at the two games. I mean, duller weekend.
Yeah.
As we compare it with what is in the store tomorrow.
Dull and duller.
Dull and duller, because tomorrow I think MI are playing RR and who are CSK playing?
CSK are playing Punjab.
Punjab, yeah. So I mean, two good games. But today, let's see what happens. I'm just hoping KKR light things up. They need to score at least 210.
You know why I'm shaking my head?
Why?
Again, they've got two different openers, man, this season. Kya ho raha hai? Musical chairs ho raha hai udhar. Jason Roy Jagdishan against RCB, now Gurbaz Jagdishan.
अब क्या कर सकते हैं? Roy is injured, so can't do anything.
And I never thought they could match their own blunders from last year, where they had like musical chairs happening again, where so many people are opening the 8 different combinations. I don't know. Today, I think it's 8 again. Anyway, 7 balls to the first ball. Sync your streams in a Saturday. We'll be here to take all your questions, comments, banter, abuse if you feel kind of snarky today. But look, it is going to be Mohammad Shami to Jagdishan. And straight away, some action. Ooh, little movement. Look at the teams, just a confirmation. There is Jagdishan and Gurbaz, like we mentioned. Iyer, Rana, Russell on his birthday. Rinku Singh, can he repeat the heroics from last time around? Sunil Narayan, David Visa keeps his spot. Shardul Thakur back from injury. Harshit Rana, I don't know if Nitesh's relative, but Varun Chakravarti as well. What do you make for Kolkata's team before we talk about Gujarat's team? So,
I mean, Umesh Yadav did not really do a lot for them in this season. He's averaging 59 with the ball.
Correct.
And his economy rate is also pretty high.
Yeah.
So, I mean, ये तो होना ही था. Harshit Rana played in a game or two in the last season as well. So, ठीक है. I think Suyash Sharma most likely will come in the sometime when KKR are bowling.
Yeah.
Batting wise, ठीक है. I just want to see how Andre Russell will fare in this game. Because I just have a feeling that time is running out for both him and Sunil Narayan.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't deliver this season, then KKR really need to look at both of them, not just one.
Yeah.
Because they have been costing them a lot.
Correct. And it's going to be a tough call because they've been legends of that franchise. Yeah. And it's a happy birthday, Andre Russell, really. I don't know if...
tough thing to say on someone's birthday.
On someone's birthday.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I want to ask you also really quickly, we saw him ringing the bell there, which is a tradition at the Eden Gardens. Has any player rang the bell and played the same match?
Difficult, yeah.
It's a little tricky question. Let us know in the comments. I also ask you, will KKR make the playoffs this season to keep them coming through? Now, I feel really bad for one bloke who I saw live, Weber Varora. Doesn't even feature in the 15. He bowled one over that day and bahar kar diya, right?
Don't know. I mean, he seemed like a decent bowler.
Yeah.
He has that swing and everything.
I mean, if you're putting Kijrolia on the bench...
Oh... Yeah, might as well put Weber Varora.
Yeah, exactly.
Kijrolia ke saath left arm wala angle hai, so maybe that's the thought there.
Yep. Harman Sangha, good to see you. Aja brothers. Yep. Sorry, what are you saying?
I'm saying, won't be surprised if they don't opt for Suyash Sharma and opt for Kijrolia instead.
Yep, that is true. But they mentioned Suyash and Gill from the get-go, I think, on the broadcaster, so it's inevitable subs, I'm guessing. Aaj...
के हार का खेला हो गया या नहीं देखो क्या होता है चचान भाई तुम बताओ तुम्हें क्या लग रहा है which team are you supporting from my perspective because I don't know Avnish has done some calculation and he's supporting Gujarat from an RCB perspective. What is this calculation?
Because eventually we know that Gujarat will win some games, bro. So KKR, I don't want them to pick up some lucky 2 points here again and then eventually kind of get that. But you know what the thing is with rain hovering around, I don't mind a point piece.
Actually, that would have been the most ideal scenario for other teams.
Yeah.
But let's see. I mean, I just want to know from you, from an RCB perspective, abhi jo 4 teams hai up top, which is the one team that you really feel will sort of screw up and will present a chance for RCB? Because I really feel that the 4 teams that are there right now are the ones that are eventually going to go through.
No, it's true. And sometimes you look at it and you think maybe RR can slip off, but then they beat Chennai the other day. LSG, of course, is one team that I can think that they might get a few things wrong going forward because of some of the tactical stuff that has happened with them. But yeah, it's a good question. I feel it'll go down to the final day. And I think if RCB is honestly trying to string a couple of wins on this away leg that they have, anything could happen. I said it the other time as well, right? RCB have been fortunate to play away from the Chinnaswamy in the last 3 years. That's why they made the playoffs. Now they're going on 4-5 away games. If they can get possibly 3 or 4 wins, even though that's optimistic, I think we have one at least in the playoffs. But let's see how it all unfolds.
I think they'll have to beat all the better teams that they're going to play.
Yeah.
I think they're playing LSG.
LSG, then they go to Delhi.
They're also going to Rajasthan, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, so they're basically going to LSG, then DC, then they go to Mumbai, then they go to Jaipur, and then Hyderabad.
Yeah, so the Jaipur and LSG games are very important. They need to probably win both of them.
Correct. Those are virtual qualifiers. Let's see how it all unfolds. And tell us what you've been liking so far, because we're 60% in of IPL 2023?
Almost. Nearly
60% in.
60% of 74 is what?
Do the math.
45 games? 46 games?
46 games.
So, 46 tak to nahi aaye, but still, yeah.
No surprises right now because Hardik Pandya will relish to bowl in these conditions, at least what he thought so, and there's some fantastic bounce. I mean, all of the talk so far of the Eden in the last 3 years, at least the data tells us that the Pacers relish taking wickets here, but they're expensive.
I mean, from what I've seen of Jagdishan, he should not be playing. He should not be playing an IPL team.
Okay, why do you say that?
I mean, there is absolutely no intention from him to get a start. I mean, he's not a prized wicket, dude. Get on with it.
So what do you expect his role to be?
Get on with it. Even if you're out in 3-4 balls, doesn't matter. You can't be 1 of 6, right? And abhi matlab theek hai, chalo first over nikal diya tumne. It's fine. But up to you have to just blast it. Even in the last game, he played a run ball knock.
Yeah.
Whenever he has been in the 11, that's the best he's done. I mean, do this. It's fine. You'll get some edges, get some boundaries, or at the very least, you'll get out. It's not. I mean, it's not like a team losing a Kohli or a KL Rahul, bhai.
Fair.
I mean, समझ में आता है कि if they are gonna be there, at least 50 balls, they're gonna score a 75. I'm sorry. I mean, अभी तक मैंने देखा नहीं है कि Jagdishan will survive for 50 balls, and even if he does, will he be scoring 75?
Yeah, I mean, it's
and 75 or 50 is the burst that Kohli and KL can do.
Correct. And it's not something
they can even
that you
do
put your
better than
money
that
on.
if they want. But yeah,
Anirudh was sitting in that exact chair yesterday saying N. Jagdishan had no business to play outside the power play in the last game. And then he was like, actually, he had no business to even start that game. So many people, I don't know, are seeing through. What did KKR see with him? I don't know. I mean, are they trying to use him as...
They made some very weird hirings. Signings, I should say, or hirings. I don't know what the actual term is for people bought in the auction or strange buyings. Because they had Baba Indrajit as well, who's not a T20 player, right?
Correct.
And I don't know. I mean, the game has changed a lot. We've already seen more 200 plus totals scored in this season. Most 200 plus scores scored in any season this time around already, and we are at the halfway mark.
Wow!
So that tells us that the game has evolved, and the teams have to evolve. You just can't make weird selections. Ke bhai.
Yeah, it's insane. Nick's being spot on there, comparing him to the beverage that we all love. Literally, Seedhi Baat no bakwas. I mean, so far, Hardik's trying to tempt him outside the off stump, but Jagdishan, his 8 balls, he's at 7 swipes by the looks of it.
I agree with Abhinav here. I mean, Venkatesh, usi ko open kara lo. Nothing to lose, right? Russell is hardly getting any balls to face.
Correct.
When he comes, he has to just hit from ball 1. And
also the left hand, right hand. I mean, why would you want 2 right-handers? I know Gurbaz now and Roy in the last game, but yeah, it's food for thought. In this IPL, N. Jagdishan has scored at a strike rate or shot. Finally, he gets one off the meat of the bat. And
I mean, there is your proof.
Yeah, Hardik's annoyed with his field over there. Going back to that stat, Jagdishan has scored a strike rate of 66.7 in his first 10 balls, the lowest among batters with 30 balls in the first 10. I mean, it suggests why Somesh was being sprite right now.
Abhi to, chalo, pehle to they did not have David Visa. Abhi to David Visa bhi hai niche. Andre Russell hai, Rinku hai, Rana hai, Venkatesh Iyer hai, Sunil Narayan can bat. Is Shardul back in the team today?
Yep.
Shardul Thakur hai. I mean, कितने batters हैं भाई? I mean, just get on with it.
Get on with it. And AA, get on with your comments and also with your prediction, lads, with regards to all the things you can win on this wonderful watch along. I'm talking merchandise in particular. So all you need to do right now, just get in there. First of all, like this video and then tell a friend about cricket.com and join us on the Saturday and predict KKR's first innings score right now. What are they going to get? What are they going to get? And we're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt if it rains. So you guys have to be accurate. You could say maybe 120, and if it's a rain curtailed game, whatever, so be it. So I'm going to go and say 156.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
कोई hopes ही नहीं है तुम्हें?
Yeah,
चलो.
gone. Oh, what has he done?
Oh!
Oh, he's come in, and they don't like that. Abhinav Manohar has made an absolute mess of that.
Mhm.
Can you be harsh on
Gujarat
him?
have already shown glimpses that they are not interested in this game. Like Punjab were not yesterday. I mean, what a bad day to choose to do basic errors.
Oh my God.
I mean, the day when Lucknow finally thought कि आज हम अपने potential पे खेलेंगे, and
Correct.
we saw what they can do with their potential.
But the best part about that game, was it a message to KL Rahul? The fact that if he departs early.
Absolutely. It's not about departing early. It's about कि भाई नहीं है जरूरत तुमको तुम्हारा wicket preserve करने की. Team can do a lot better if you don't sort of think about preserving your own wicket.
Correct.
And he actually played shots. पहली ball पे भी out हो जाता वही. I mean he usually doesn't do all that on the first.
No, they were
ball.
calling this strategic drop.
Whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, just want to go back to Chuchand's comment. Chuchand, I mean, that's not you saying that Jagdishan is playing because he's a wicketkeeper. It doesn't apply today, right? Because they have Gurbaz as the wicketkeeper. So there is no need for them to even play Jagdishan. And I mean, guys, be flexible. Open with Iyer. If he gets out early, then maybe send in Jagdishan at 3. I mean,
Correct.
Use him as that if you want him in your 11, use him as that collapse arrester if needed. But you can't have such a batter in the power play, right?
Can't. I mean, I personally would go if everyone is fit. Jason Roy opens with sorry, we all got excited watching Mohit Sharma react to that absolute mistake, should I say, from Sadarangani. 169 saying Harman Sangha. What is your prediction? I said 156. What is yours?
2-1-1.
2-1-1. Think Russell's gonna have a birthday.
पता नहीं कैसे भी मतलब this is a high scoring venue यार इतने बनने चाहिए.
Okay.
157, 167 में तो Gujarat will win it in 16 overs.
Yeah, early finish. Saturday. Okay, let's get to some stats. We always present some great stats. So let's tell you about how this has been. Like Somesh has been reiterating, an absolute run fest for the batters out there. Highest run rate in IPL venues 2023. It's always nip and tuck between those two, Eden Gardens and the M. Chinnaswamy. 6 innings, over nearly 1,200 runs, which is ridiculous. Chinnaswamy, of course, 12 innings because RCB played a lot of games there, is equally seen a lot of runs as well. Look at the least, though. Ekana being an absolute nightmare for batters. Spanked away from Jagdishan.
अलग मूड में आया है. चलो ये सुन रहे हैं क्या?
Yeah, I think he's got pissed off. And look, I mean, essentially, he has a license, dude. And we keep saying like broken tape recorders. We've said it multiple times. Everyone keeps saying it's the easiest place to bat. I mean, we probably have never faced 140 plus kilometers in our lives before, have you? But I'm guessing it'll be easy. I'm guessing it'll be easy. Just get on with it, yeah. Unless you're obviously scared, like facing like show who wants to break.
Have you not received flying chappals at 140?
Like this, I'd be scared to face like someone like Saini. Because I know he's not even going to pitch the ball.
भाई सैनी नहीं खेल सकता भाई 140 पे बीमर आएगा भाई.
No chance.
वो रिस्क नहीं लेना भाई, जान प्यारी है.
I think we're going to do a video as well. Gautam was telling me that we should do one of the things because we are slandering batters. So put Somesh behind a 140 speed gun and make him face the heat.
You should do it. Yeah,
so we can do that in Smash. So we'll record it once Gautam's in. Divya Machudani, look, we really appreciate a comment yesterday. So they basically went on a say-so yesterday that she discovered us in the RCB CSK watch-along and she loved it. She literally then has not missed a single watch-along. She's muted her TV or his TV and has watched the game. Sorry, Divya, I mean, it's a really confusing name there. But I'm guessing you're a guy. Girl. I mean, so weird, but we love you. 182, and you want Russell to perform on your birthday. Shabi could get a wicket here.
In front out.
Absolutely, plum as they come.
Positive impact knocks, review waste mat karna.
Gone.
Nayan Jagdishan over delivering in this game.
This is Jagdishan who got wrapped in the pads, right? Yeah.
15 ball 19 is, I'll take it.
Really? More than props.
Arey bhai.
He's reviewed it. And even a staunch KKR supporter, the producer, has said, bhai, kyun le raha hai? Why? Oh, why? I mean, the only thing which will save him is the impact outside off stump. But even then, I think he's gone for a walk. I don't know if there are nearby parks around the Eden Gardens, but surely. Are there any parks?
There's the Eden Garden.
The Eden Garden, which is a walkabout. My bad. Apologies to all you bongs out there.
Is this a trend that the two venues in the country which have parks around them are so small and
well
so
spotted. Well spotted. That's gone, dude.
Like a paradise for batting.
Maybe there's something around.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
you should not have a stadium near a park.
Yeah, I mean, but Mumbai is maybe an exception. Mumbai is quite ridiculous. It's gone, lads. I don't know why.
Mumbai की बात नहीं कर रहा था. I'm just talking about Chinnaswamy and Eden Gardens.
Mumbai, they have joggers park around it.
वो बोलने का ही पार्क है. वो joggers park है मतलब क्योंकि लेन बना हुआ है यहाँ पे तुम jog कर सकते हो.
Gone, middle of.
Come on, dude. I mean, क्या अच्छा खासा positive impact को तुमने neutral कर दिया because you wasted a review.
And if the only batters in the game to review this are like Dhonis and Kohli.
भाई देखो सहवाग ऐसा हरकतें करता था तो समझ में आता था कि वो सहवाग है.
Sehwag,
He can
Sachin.
literally end the game on his own. तुम मत करो भाई ये सब नहीं needed है.
Can you guess my fantasy captain for today?
Jagdishan.
No. I would have made that blunder.
Your fantasy captain. Hardik Pandya होगा.
No.
Predictable.
Go for Ridhiman Saha.
Not bad.
So I think he'll take a lot of catches.
Home venue. He knows this
and he'll
ground.
get like maybe a quick fire 50 I'm banking on. Shami's home venue as well. I mean, I have him in my team, but I decided captain Saha, vice captain Rinku. I think.
Is there anyone in Kolkata's lineup जिसका ये home venue है? Gujarat have two people.
Oh, that's a good question. Anukul Roy?
Anukul Roy is from Jharkhand.
Oh, he's from Jharkhand. Sorry, the name. Jason Roy?
Jason Roy, maybe, yeah.
Hello, boys. 196 KKR. Jagmeet Singh Oberoi. Good to see you guys.
Shardul Thakur at 3, bhai.
Oh!
क्या बात है.
Wow. Has he just been skipping games to improve his batting? Shami against Shardul, who might both be playing the WTC final. You all never know.
Jagmeet Singh 196.
196. You think Shardul will start the WTC?
I think he will. I don't want him to.
Yeah? It'll be Udant Kat, right? Maybe. Everyone gets confused when they say my name. Nothing new. I'm a guy, by the way. Sorry, Divya. Apologies. So really appreciate your comment. Tell a friend and a fam. And we'll be taking all your comments, of course. 196 bold, 211 very bold from Somesh as well. I think there is a capitulation. I think the GT bowlers are too good, dude. They're just too good. I mean, Somesh asked me the last GT watch-along, right? Name a better T20 franchise attack. I can't think of any.
Actually, there's no one.
I can't think of any.
तो किसी के पास
And
भी
even,
नहीं है.
bro, this Kalandar, कोई नहीं है, भाई.
See, even Lahore Kalandar do not have the depth.
Bas
They have
paper-
the options.
paper में.
They have they are the second best, to be honest, because they have अपना Shaheen, फिर Rashid भी उन्हीं के लिए खेलता है.
And Rauf.
And this
Zaman.
year I think they unearthed
Zaman.
Ishanullah plays for them, if I'm not wrong. Nikhil, if you're watching us, maybe you can chip in here because you'll definitely know.
So let me play
His name is Ehsanullah, not Ishanullah.
Insaullah.
नहीं, Ehsanullah नाम है यार.
Insaullah.
That tall bowler with. I mean, he was actually the player of the season in the PSL this time around.
From Sialkot Warriors. Now I'm just guessing. Nick's
कुछ
tell us.
भी मतलब.
Nick's guess and tell us. Also, if they're bowling on national highways where PSL gets this slander, oh, they're bowling in flat pitches, does that make them a better attack? Because if GT also bowling
but GT have more depth, right?
and variety,
see,
right?
Ehsanullah plays for Multal Sultan.
Insanullah.
Yeah,
That's a big one.
That's a good shot, dude. 6.
Bro,
He was in the
gone
final.
out.
That's why I got confused because these two sides played the final. No?
So you still believe GT are the best?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with that.
Hmm.
215, Greg. Keep your comments coming in. You have still 6 over to change your comments as well, and I can change it, but I'll stick with it. Akash Agrawal saying 187.
Hey Akash, I know I owe you a reply. He WhatsApped me last week. I just remembered. मैं करता हूँ तेरे से बात, रुक.
Oh, now the Jane KKR batting order gets decided by spinning a wheel. Yeah, musical chairs. It's like they're all in the dressing room.
It's fine. I mean,
and they're playing Korba, Lorba, Jeetpur, and then they stop the music.
It's not a bad strategy against GT. Send some pinch hitters to sort of derail it, because they're eating sides in power play.
Correct.
They've done it to so many. They've done it to Rajasthan, who essentially have the best top order as good a top order as any team can ask for. They did it to MI. So, not a bad option.
Gurbaz playing KLS. Chand has no patience. No patience. Let's I
like Gurbaz a lot, actually.
Yeah, he's good. But I was expecting a little bit more of him. Let's be honest. When he was like picked by KKR, we're seeing him properly play a full whole IPL.
He's also young. He'll grow into this role eventually, for sure.
Makes you think about KKR a little bit more. They picked up 4 points against RCB. I can't believe that. Honestly, I can't believe that. Shardul has come up saying in respect, yep, Shardul has come up. If you're just waking up on a Saturday, if you're hungover from a Friday, let us know. We're not hungover at all. I think so. I had a good off. A problem with players like Juggy is that they're very selfish. They can't fit into teams' philosophies. Since Juggy has hit a lot in domestic, he thinks he's an important player. I don't think he's playing a KLS knock to Chand because this is going, great guns really so far. And Hardik has been so expensive so far. In his 10 balls, he's conceded 25. And KKR fans and players liking it an equal amount. Shardul, the new Sunil Narine, you reckon? Jagmeet Singh Oberoi. 67-meter boundary, absolutely small as hell, this ground. It just gives you an optical illusion around the Eden Gardens whenever you're watching.
Still think 167?
Still think 156, I said.
156,
yeah. By the way, so I was listening to that Ravi Shastri chat, and he was pretty happy for Chandu Pandit. Because apparently Chandrakant Pandit, Ravi Shastri and Bharat Arun played a test match together for India away to Sri Lanka in 1980. So now they're all coaches and doing well. So I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. Let's guess the next batter than Narine. No, it'll be captain. Captain Rana.
Oh, I think Iyer will come, no?
Iyer is there as well, sorry. So it might be Iyer, Rana, then Russell.
I think Rana will essentially be needed to tackle Noor and Rashid.
Yeah, fair play. Sometimes I just generally think that KKR can just go for it, dude. Oh, Rinku's there as well.
Rinku's there, but Rinku's number against spin this year have not been that great. He's been a very good pace hitter, but his strike rate against spin is in the early hundreds.
That's true. By the way, I want to know the numbers between Rashid versus Gurbaz. Have they played each other multiple times in the nets? Afghan v Afghan. Anirudh Kasargod, our stats man who's wearing Ferrari pants today. Please jump in the comments and be nice to us. Tell us the all-Afghan battle, which might ensue in the power play. We saw Rashid bowl a couple of times in the power play so far this season. I don't know if he'll bowl today, but still. Introspect going on to say, Pujara has got another 100. Can you tell there is any difference between Division 1 and Division 2? The other day he was wearing a Brighton jersey, so clearly he's a Sussex favourite right now. Good on Pujara, honestly. I hope he just really translates this form in the WTC, yaar. Please, Puji. Dilwa de bhai. Trophy dilwa de.
Yeah, Division 1 and Division 2 intercept can be come back to you a little later on this after doing some research, because I actually have to check is by Division 2 mein kaun se teams hai. It essentially depends on the teams that are there.
And if you're English and if you didn't understand that, basically he just needs to say that in English, because I think Introspect's from UK.
Oh, if Introspect is from UK, then I think he would be telling us that what's the difference.
Yeah, that's what he's asking us.
What's the difference between Division 1 and Division 2?
He's asking us. Narain 123, good to see you. KGF equals RCB, so RCB is overperformed with such deficiencies, Apnish. They won't qualify. Kohli can give new reasons as why they won't win. Content is king. At the end of the day, that could very well happen, Narain. I'm not writing it off 100%. I was more skeptical heading into this season than the last couple of seasons because of the venue.
Meanwhile, Shami is plastered as well for a 4.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. We were watching this game in mute. Sometimes you look here, then look at the camera, and then look up. Oh! 1 bounce. Oh, flat in the row. Flat in the rope? I think so.
Rider treatment.
As soon as Chuchant said that comment of KLS, Gurbaz was also listening to you.
But abhi to Shardul maar raha hai.
Oh, no, it's still Gurbaz. Still Gurbaz. Going great guns.
What am I saying?
So, Shardul won't dare to hit Shami. Same team mein hai, Indian team. And you know why? India and Afghanistan, of course, are playing each other after the IPL. Your top 4 playoff teams, RCB doesn't count. Then it has to be then the top 4 right now, right? We can't really look past it. I'm saying if anyone apart from RCB make a real challenge, I was going to say Punjab before 2 nights ago, but then looking at their bowling last night, I might change that.
Yeah, they still have a team.
They still have a good team.
String
like
together
yesterday,
wins.
bro, you're chasing 258, whatever. Even if you get that Suresh Raina start with 100 for 2-6 overs, you still required 150 in 14 overs, which is mad.
That's that.
But what was it they gave sending Sikandar Raza before Livingston?
Yeah, that was a mistake from their end. Actually, they brought in Sikandar Raza only because he was the man of the match in the reverse fixture.
Correct. And as much as I love Prabh Simran and how much he's been a great find for them, yesterday was simply not on. 14 ball 8, chasing 250, that straight away put you on the back foot. If they weren't on the back foot. 216, my prediction. Somesh mentioned that stat, 200 has been scored the most times in any IPL this season. Just want to get numbers on that, Anirudh. If you can just give us how many out of how many games. It'll make for some just good chats and data, of course, for all the viewers.
Arey yaar, bhai, don't prove Avnish right. Shardul, just go for it.
Shardul,
what I meant was when Labuschagne plays for Glamorgan, Stokes for Durham, both of the teams are Division 2. Like, is there any difference in quality, like played group and main group in Ranji? So I think, there is. It's natural. He lives in India.
Sorry.
It's natural for there to be a difference because the team that finish at the bottom 2 of Division 1 ultimately get relegated to Division 2. And the team that finish in the top 2 of the Division 2 gets promoted to Division 1 next year.
Yeah.
So eventually, difference hoga. But see, the issue here is because Stokes does not play a lot of county cricket, right? So Durham has a good side on paper, but those players don't turn up to play for them. So they eventually sort of get knocked off to Division 2. So quality का ऐसे assessment लगा पाना बहुत मुश्किल है. The best thing would be...
So it's a relegation system there.
There is a relegation system there. So the best thing would be for us to actually do some digging up and see who are the bowlers against whom Pujara have scored these runs. Because I remember last year he was playing against Hampshire as well. And Hampshire has bowlers like Mohammad Abbas and
Shaheen. He played Shaheen in one of the games, or was that a Royal One Day Cup? Oh, 1 second. Coming back to the IPL, but he has scuffed it. Taken. Mohit Sharma. He was absolutely giving pelters to Abhinav Sadarangani when he dropped that third man, but he makes up for it. And look, as Vivek Razan said, Awaz pretty much from the bat and nothing else. Clough to not long on, but mid-on running back pretty much.
Yeah, Thakur experiment did not work, but kudos for the management to try it. I mean, it's okay to fail. It's better to be flexible and fail than being rigid and win.
Yeah.
Being rigid and not learn.
For sure. Chachant asks you, why I don't rate SRT is because he's spineless also. He had also many comments about restless fight going on and had time to tweet when Rihanna showed up for Farmers.
I completely agree. And I think there are only 3 cricketers, in my opinion, who actually have the spine to stand up for something like this.
Like what?
Like the restless protest or do something which is not self-serving.
Oh, like that. Okay.
One of them is Bishan Bedi. Second is maybe Ravi Ashwin, and third is Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli stood up for Mohammad Shami, and that was very, very heartening to see. But apart from that, I have actually no expectation from anyone, including Sachin. What I like Sachin for is for cricketing reasons, but non-cricketing reasons, he's the same as any other guy.
Yeah, fair assessment. We don't get political, or we can get political. I mean, with regards to SRT, I have my own opinions, but I'll keep them shelved. And what he's done for the game is quite crazy. Right, Ani, can you please tell us also that matchup between Rashid and Gurbaz, because that's going to ensue right now. And he goes on to answer my previous stat requirement. In this IPL, so rightly, like you called, there have been 20 scores of 200 plus in 38 matches before today.
Yeah.
That is mad.
And that's a record, actually.
So every 1 and 2 games are getting basically a score of 200. I mean, that's what makes it, honestly, the best T20 league in the world.
Oh, Gurbaz's strike rate against Rashid is 166.
Oh my God, did you see what happened there?
No.
It was all Afghanistan. Literally all Afghanistan.
Okay, Noor fielding,
Yeah.
Rashid bowling, and Gurbaz batting. Good for Afghanistan.
Good for Afghanistan, man. Look at the numbers: 4 innings, 35
This is
runs,
actually
1
the
dismissal.
the highest representation of Afghanistan in a single
Ever.
IPL game, actually.
Ever. Oh no, actually
It'll match.
LSG GT. Oh, they had Naveen Ulaq, right?
Yeah, it's the same as
Oh,
that.
it's the same as that, yeah, to be fair.
So I'm just thinking there would have been a
Nabi,
scenario where
Rashid.
Nabi, Rashid and Mujib would have played in the same game.
Yeah, true. Anyway, Rashid in the power play. Venki Iyer, of course, we presumed he'll come in at 4. There's, of course, Rana, Rinku, and Russell. They were calling it RRR.
You know, actually, we talk about Delhi Capitals a lot. They have Phil Salt and a lot of other openers, and they're struggling for middle order. One middle order player that everyone has missed out on is actually Najibullah Zadran.
He's damn good, dude.
He's damn good. And, I mean, I don't know why, but he should have been...
Oh, shot!
Bye. And as we were talking about that start, Gurbaz has already done the unthinkable hit, Rashid for a 6. It's not that unthinkable this season. I've seen a lot of players hit him, but yeah.
But for right-handers, they're more timid against him, right?
Yeah.
The right-handers generally, I mean, I remember Virat in that previous game against GT, I think he took Rashid down for 3 sixes, but that's a rarity. That's honestly a rarity. Anyway, they want to capitalize a power play. He's gone again. And he's going to get 1 bounce 4, and it's hit the cheerleader on her back.
Awesome, yeah. Gurbaz, I was saying I like him. He's almost making him himself undroppable now. So I think pressure would be on David Wiese, because when Roy comes back, he has to be playing.
Yeah, and Roy is a local player, dude. Come on. Sachin is very politically correct. He plays it safe, always saying Jagmeet Singh or Roy. Yeah,
True,
I mean,
this is not even being politically correct. I mean, it's pretty obvious what's happening. And taking a stand should not be that difficult. Yeah,
they won't stand up as it turned political, and they won't speak against ruling dispensation.
This is not about a party, right? This is just about a person. And the ruling dispensation themselves are very strong. I mean, allegedly very strict against people, lawlessness, so to speak, and people who do not have a good track record when it comes to law and order. So let's see. I mean, yeah, let's not be political. Let's just enjoy the game.
Let's enjoy the game. Look, 61 for 2, 6 overs gone. Keep your comments coming through. You have till the 10th over mark to get your predictions in, and of course stand a chance to win merchandise, if not more things. Also, let us know in the comments, will KKR make the playoffs this season? We're asking you guys this Saturday afternoon. Look, me and Somesh are kind of hungry, so we'll step up for a little break, and there'll be 2 CSK fans joining us right now in terms of Akash. But first up, it's Nikhil Popat.
And because we've talked a lot about the sky, Akash, time for you. Yo, what's up? How was the start?
I don't know what to make of this start, because it's like it just runs from one end and the other end is not. There's nothing happening. So it's
okay, but yeah, no shortage of intent and randomness again from KKR.
Randomness for sure. Intent, I think, when Jagdishan was batting, you could see the intent that it was
no short of intent.
No
Either
run.
it is no run or a lot of intent. And yeah, 61 for 2 in the power play, and of course Gurbaz doing his job for being the Rashid and Noor specialist. Interesting though that he took on Hardik, which is good, because I don't think Gujarat are using little well.
Little. They're using very little of little.
Yeah, using very little of little. And
little of Josh.
Yeah, so
of Josh.
He could potentially still take wickets, but I don't think this is the best phase for him. Something like the one they yesterday with Sam Curran as well.
Yeah.
You need to use people better. You can have 100 options, but they have to work out in the right phase for you to work. So, good start.
So you're saying KKR did the right thing of promoting Shardul Thakur?
No. Again, KKR saying you did one thing, let's do something to cover for that. So, yeah. Because, well bowled. Because my point is, KKR's best bet was to bat first and bat big.
Of course.
And chasing against Gujarat may not have been easy. Weaker suit batting. I mean, I don't know if you can call weakest foot batting or weakest foot bowling at this point in time.
Who's Gujarat or KKR's?
Gujarat's.
Yeah, because KKR's clearly.
Yeah, they are the batting side. So
Yeah.
for Gujarat, you need to get too early, and then you have a hope that okay, something can happen. So
No, that's the funny thing, right? You're saying that KKR are a slightly batting dominated kind of a team, and they promote Shardul Thakur at number 3.
Yeah.
Out of all teams who have, I mean, you can understand if say a Rajasthan do it because of the batting depth, but when a team like KKR does it, it genuinely means that.
Yeah, I mean, you're already not using Russell well.
And you're playing Jagdishan. So
and you have David Vizzy also. You could send him up. He's hardly done anything.
Yeah, he's hardly done anything with the bat or with the ball. He's not been used efficiently. But I what do you make of Gurba's second debut? I mean, he was dropped on off.
Yeah.
But
I think Roy's injury or Nickel, whatever that is, his back spasm have worked in Gurbaz's favor, and coincidentally, it's also coming as an attack that has two mystery spinners, so to say, and he has played them enough, kept to them. So, as of now, that's a lovely shot. Lovely shot from Gurbaz.
Just pure timing from Gurbaz. He's just
all class.
Opened the blade through the third man region for a 4. That moves to what? 43 of 18. That's 3 overs, 18 runs. 3 overs and 43 runs for him.
Yep. And we all feel you. Most people took Saha instead of Gurbaz in Dream 11, but Gurbaz nailing it. There are some with. I think let me tell it live. I tweeted it as well. KKR will be the first team that will introduce fantasy insurance.
Fantasy insurance.
Because there is no way to predict who will bat where and who will come out well. So the only thing with KKR is you just keep trying. That's all that you can do.
Yeah, I think if I'm not wrong, you said that KKR probably one of the franchises that will make you cuss as well.
Yeah, they're like one that get to my nerves a lot as compared to many others.
So they're doing it again.
Yeah, but thankfully I had Gurbaz. Now I'm starting to read them, but of course I couldn't read Shardul Thakur batting at 3.
Of course,
sorry. Not yet there.
Why Hardik bowls ahead of Little in power play? I think maybe looking at the conditions, it is you have to bowl. See, you can say that Little is also a good bowler in the power play, but Hardik's best use comes in the power play because after that Hardik's use becomes just short ball. But with Little, it's not the case. Little, somebody who can genuinely, like, he has the variations to deliver in the mid-overs and at the depth. So you can't use Hardik then. So I think Hardik made the right decision of just bowling up front and getting done with his 2 over or 3 over quota. So he doesn't have to bowl again probably. Yeah,
I think the only thing that Hardik maybe can do is at least bowl one of Little.
Yeah.
Because Little is somebody who gets good swing early, and he does bowl traditionally more full. So again, it's the ideal time and ideal place as well to extract that new ball swing. But again, everybody works in their own ways. And yes, Rashid is back. Dare I say, wicket alert. Let's go.
Okay, against Venkatesh here, he called a wicket. Let's see what happens. Will it be a boundary inside edge? Oh no, just a single.
Because I think Gurbaz has had the platform. There is no need for him to rotate. He can keep going. There is plenty of batting to come. So that should be good.
Yeah. And it's a great thing that he took attack to Rashid in the first over.
Because that's what you have to do.
Against Rashid. Otherwise, he just gets into this sort of rhythm and then he keeps bowling those, I don't know, hat-trick deliveries that he bowls to.
And of course,
KKR.
Of course. And Jayashidan matchup, 4 innings, 35 runs, 1 out, strike rate 166.
Yeah,
sweep, reverse sweep, what? Oh,
gone.
He's lofted?
Gone.
Is there a fielder there?
No.
In the gap. Well done.
Cameraman did us dirty. He just showed everywhere. We thought it's going the third man region or somewhere.
He's like, okay,
and
you also guess.
It's a glorious try. Stroke through cover. So
yeah. And on that cue, let's welcome somebody else as well who's waiting to unleash himself.
I don't think we have to introduce him. It's none other than
Paji, hello.
Can we call it Paji alert?
Paji alert, yeah.
No, but what is that supposed to mean then?
No. He calls he has a wicket alert. This thing, right? So we should be like Paji alert, and then we should introduce you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you make of the start? What do you make of Shardul Thakur's promotion? That's what we want to know.
Yeah, I actually think I don't think it was a bad move, honestly.
Hmm.
I think it, it had high risk, low reward in my eyes,
Hmm.
because Shardul, someone who's good versus pace, you
Hmm.
give him the license, he can, he had he, if one or two of his shots would have worked out, Hardik probably would have been forced to get back one of his paces that he saved for the death.
Hmm.
And what it also does is that, or even if or even if he brings back a spinner, right, even
Hmm.
if he brings back Rashid, that is one over or a few balls less of Rashid for others to face. So
Hmm.
I thought it was something that can work, because I personally feel that Shardul at 8, if you are, he's not going to come off as often as what many think, because
Hmm.
he's a very he's a very random batter. He has skills against pace, but can't
How
really rely.
sorry, how apt that is a random batter in a random team. Anyways, let's sorry,
Yeah, but
continue.
he is. I mean, he does well when you least expect him to do. So maybe
Yeah.
if he
Yeah.
had just connected one or two, it would have opened to a lot of other possibilities.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't mind that move, because there isn't a cost of it. Even if
Hmm.
Shardul gets out early, there is
Hmm.
there is nothing for KKR to lose there. So that is why I
Hmm.
was fine with that move.
Okay, let me extend this question by just asking you, why do you think, since leaving Chennai, right? Why do you think the teams have failed to use Shardul Thakur the best? Is just his ability has gone down, or do you think the franchise is not recognized the role for him?
I think one is that they want to use him in the power play
Hmm.
with the ball. Delhi was trying to use him in the power play with the ball, and that's not the best place to use him, because he's someone who doesn't really have a lot of control. He's still working on it. He's improved with his control. If you look at his ODI numbers from last year, he's actually improved upon it. But he
Hmm.
still needs that extra protection. If I'm not wrong, Chennai used to use a lot him in the middle overs, and
Hmm.
MS, because of the number of options that he used to have, he didn't really used to bowl him the fourth over when it wasn't required. With Delhi and I think with KKR, because the others in the bowling attack are also not doing anything, and which was the case with Delhi as well last season. You're forced to try and bowl him in the like a fourth over, or probably one over in the power play, or one over in the death, where he's very susceptible to go for runs. So that
Hmm.
is one factor. But having said that, uh, Shardul has never had an IPL season where his economy rate has been less than 8 also. So,
Hmm.
but you still want his economy rate to be around 8, 8.2, rather than being above 9 or 8.9. Especially when he's playing all the games. He played all the games for Delhi last season, but he was
Hmm.
expensive. So there's that. And I think again, Delhi wanted him to sort of be a finisher. That Delhi worked on their batting depth by getting Akshar, Lalit Yadav, and Shardul. But just having players who can bat but not using them in the right position is not really going to help you with the batting depth. So
Hmm.
Shardul in the power play is one move that I wanted Delhi to try out as well. It's
Hmm.
another thing that it never happened, which is why I said I wasn't too aghast with that move, because
Hmm.
it had very very low risk associated to it, and the reward would have been great, because it would have really forced Gujarat to think, change their plans. So I didn't mind that move.
I
Hmm.
honestly don't think Gujarat would have changed their plans for Shardul Thakur, but I
But
think they are
yeah.
just not using David Vise, Russell, and Rana as well. I mean, Venkatesh should just open. I don't know why they're hell bent on trying Jagdishan up top. You can use him as a collapse arrester as well. So, but again, I think
Yeah,
I
that
agree with
is.
Yatin there. Like, see, Delhi and others doing it for lack of batting depth is understandable.
Yeah.
That you are elongating it. Kolkata already have a long batting depth, and people are not getting enough time in the middle.
Hmm.
So even if
No,
there
but
is low risk, your reward, a set Russell is going to, or a set David Vise, will give you far more. Maybe KKR are looking at them like a 6 ball, 7 ball batters only.
Hmm.
That you come in and you hit, and
Oh.
that's single. Okay, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, that's just a single.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
that's what Jatin's saying. I get why they promoted Chadul as a couple of wickets, for a couple of wickets. But if you're promoting a pinch hitter, promote Naren, who has more experience of doing this. I think they've tried and they've realized that it's easier to get Naren out now than it was before.
Hmm.
And which is why they said, okay, let's put Shardul up. As he said, there is pace.
Hmm.
If he comes off, doesn't.
Yeah.
So
With the
there is
fielding.
logic to it,
Hmm.
but I just feel there are better options to do that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I do agree on the point that they can open with Venkatesh Iyer and use Jagdishan as a collapse arrester.
Yeah.
Or the other thing is that, because they have a lot of batting depth anyway, they could really, sub in Jagdishan in the second half instead of, wanting to sub in Suyash Sharma, because, what they did with Anukul Roy in that game,
Delhi,
in that game versus Delhi, where Liton Das was there. If there is really a need, then you can sub in Jagdishan, as an impact sub
Yeah.
also.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
you can have, or you can have Suyash Sharma in the 11, because right now, teams sort of know that who they're like. I also think that your impact sub needs to have a little bit of surprise element to it for opposition
Mhm.
to make it a little difficult for you to plan. Right now, some
Hmm.
teams have made it too obvious who their impact sub is going to be. Like
Yeah.
Gujarat
Hmm.
made it obvious that it will be Shubman Gill. Punjab
Yeah.
have made it obvious that it will be Prabhsimran Singh. And now we are seeing that
CSK, RCB.
Kolkata.
Yeah. Every team. I mean, it has become a pattern. I think maybe RCB.
But even then, RCB is,
Yeah, even then,
Virat
yeah.
declared the
Faf, yeah,
toss who
yeah.
will be my
No, that's
impact player.
yeah.
And which
that's
is, again, different ways for teams to work. But okay, let's
Yeah.
move on from that
Guys,
topic. Pranav
Delhi,
Anand
Delhi,
says
Delhi,
122.
Delhi can't make it obvious because they themselves don't know.
yeah.
Of course, there are some things only Delhi can do, others can't.
So, if you guys missed it, there is an interesting stat that except one player, KKR have used all their squad resources
Yeah.
this season, and it's
21.
it's what game 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's game 8, and they've used all of the resources.
So good, no, it's good for the manager also that everybody's
Getting game
roster
10.
is there, sorted, getting a game, and
Yeah,
well done,
that's a brilliant
Gurbaz.
50 from Gurbaz.
Yeah, it's come in, fill the big shoes of Roy.
And the last 50 he scored was against RCB, and this is second 50 of the season.
Yeah.
So a good headache to have if you're KKR.
Yeah,
Because you have
100%.
a informed Jason
Informed,
Roy,
yep,
and
yep.
then you pair him with Gurbaz. They could just not play David Visa and still get
Yes.
utility at the top.
And also they're not using David Vizani, which
Anyway,
is
yeah.
so. But yeah, let's go to predictions then. Paji, Sridhar says 203. What's your
Yeah.
call? How many will they get?
185.
185.
Oh,
So let's say
105 runs in
105
11
runs in 11 overs. What is
Because
your
I
prediction?
expect Gujarat to come back with a couple of wickets and bring the scoring rate down a little, and then KKR resurrecting their innings and then scoring somewhere between 185 to 190.
Scoring down a little. Little, yeah.
Little. I'll go with 192.
192. So you're saying no WrestleMania?
Yeah, there will be some, but I don't think he'll get enough time. So might be at 20, 30 for everybody who follows from here.
Okay, guys, you also get in your prediction and you stand
And
a chance
you?
to win. Yeah, I would say somewhere around 180, 183.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
180,
everybody's
180.
expecting wickets. And yeah, let's see. Mohit Sharma has enough overs left to
I
do that.
think KKR have already overperformed here. We didn't expect them to be this good.
Yeah, I think it's which is
without
why.
Roy.
I think it is why I really like the intent from Gurbaz that
Yeah.
it is setting the tone for the rest of the batting. And as Eka adds on 197, yes, pretty much possible because Gujarat are a team that have been allowed to bowl the way they want.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you don't put pressure on their best bowler, that is Rashid, then
Yeah.
is the time. Now you want to see how Noor is used, how Mohit is used. Does Hardik even come back?
Yeah.
Shami's bowl 3, does he bowl his 4th? So good questions for Gujarat because you want them to be tested as well.
Because in the Rajasthan game, if I remember it right, Sanju Samson went after Rashid Khan and he got 3 sixers.
Yes.
And then the game changed. So when Mumbai tried it, it didn't work out for them. But again,
can't fall
different batting units.
Yes. Afan saying 193. Okay. Just
so
one more than
it's
me.
basically the prediction is from 170 to 195, around that range.
Yeah.
We've had just I think 1 or 2 predictions of about 200. So
yeah. I mean, the best bowling side, you'll expect them to do. Like that's what we are going on.
Yeah.
So Naren adding to 196. Yeah, Naren will be key. The other one. Let's see.
So Sunil will be key.
Yeah, Sunil will be key. Let's put it that way. Because Sunil, see, Gujarat have struggled versus spin a bit. Hardik is batting at a lesser strike rate. Gill has done well, but he's gotten out just when they want him to accelerate. So that battle will be key. 3 spinners will come into the picture. And yes, as we speak of spinner, Noor Ahmed is in. So let's
Noor
see
Ahmed, yes.
how Gurbaz handles him. And I'm sure he will be
Hmm.
key to explain to Venki as well that what to expect
Yeah.
and what
Hmm.
areas to
Of
target versus him.
course. No, I mean, this leads to another question that I had for you guys. One is, that is why, last season or the season before, we saw that KKR used Narain as somebody who could hit spin in the middle overs.
Yeah.
And since then, they have not done it.
Yeah.
What could be the reason? Because he potentially could be somebody who could, say, for example, in the Chennai game, if he had walked out ahead of Rinku Singh in
Yeah.
that situation, and he could have just launched an assault with Roy,
Yeah.
that could have been game for.
Yeah.
He
Could have
opened in
kept
that
them,
innings,
yeah.
but I'm saying otherwise. Why do you think they don't use him in the middle order against spin?
Yo, what do you think, Paji? Then I'll come in then.
Yeah, this is something that we were discussing, I think, in one of the spaces, or maybe we were discussing over here about Rashid having a better strike rate but a higher economy. I think it's a function of one, playing on good pitches where runs can be scored. That is one. The extra batter due to the impact player rule is also making teams attack bowlers in general a lot more, and they've realized that someone will have to take on Rashid. The novelty factor with him is decreasing a little because of how much now he's played. So even I don't think it has the same level of fear associated. Teams are still wary of him, but if batters feel that there's a chance, they are willing to take it. So that is another. And because now they are also taking those chances, it's reflecting both in the higher economy and a better strike rate for Rashid. So that there are bowlers like that who will probably have, last season I felt someone like Chahal was like this. He had an economy, I think. Even Kuldeep had an economy of 8.4 if I'm not wrong, but took 20 wickets, had a good strike rate. So that will happen. That happens in this format.
Yeah, and he's conveniently missed the entire question, which is fine. But producer साहब note किया जाए. पाजी सुन नहीं रहे, question नहीं सुन रहे.
No.
I thought
No, we will actually see your answer for Rashid is also my answer for Naren. That
So basically, to just paraphrase it, the question was, why is KKR not using Narain wisely? Like they used to against spin in the middle order.
yeah, and I think I'll take the cue from his answer itself that there is no surprise factor now. With Naren, now you know where to bowl, what to bowl to him. So even if it is spin, as he said, bowlers are not minding that if he comes on, okay, we have a set plan for him any which ways. And he hasn't had a good game in the long time with the bat. So there are enough areas for teams to target, and maybe that's why. And also, if you see their middle order now, it has Rana, Venki, Rinku. They've all done decently with spin. So it's not that they struggle a lot. Yes, they will get up to spin at certain point of time, but because you have those options, you're not going to try. But I'm still very sure in some game we will see them sending Naren in.
And it will pay off.
And that day, again, RCB is done, but yeah, it could pay off in that sense. Ooh, that's a full toss. I think they've slightly slowed down, but again, could just be the timeout that is making me feel. But good start from Noor Ahmed there. 84 for
Just
2 in
4
10
runs
overs.
from his first over.
And yes,
Yeah,
I think Shweta also said 205.
205.
Yeah. So first 200 plus prediction, or we've had
No.
we may
We
have
had a couple of 200 plus
Okay.
predictions. So
Great.
we have my mom commenting 187.
nice.
Yeah.
Hello.
Everybody are in the same vicinity, I think. 185, 195.
So at least somebody should get the
voucher, yeah.
Yep.
Or the merchandise.
Yep. Hopefully that's the case. Who do you bring back now? Rashid has bowled 2. I don't think he's bowling now. Noor is just bowled 1.
Little.
Mohit Sharma time?
Oh yeah, they have him as well, right?
Yeah. And I think that is someone that they love to take on. His good length areas on this ground could either work for him or go work against him
Yeah,
as well.
that's true. But if the
what
ball
about
is
what about going to Shami for his one last over?
I think too proactive for Hardik as a captain.
That's
out.
gone.
That's straight, dude.
That's plumb. He actually went outside off stump to 6th stump just to get out in front of the stump. This is why you don't try something like this if you're not like.
You mean from outside leg stump to?
Yeah. I mean outside. I meant the 6th stump outside leg stump. It's
Yeah.
somewhere there. He started somewhere there and then he went all the way. This is terrible
Self-imposed.
batting.
Yeah.
If he had not shuffled, he could have easily accessed the area over covers.
Yeah,
So
it's
Yeah.
too much.
why are
Too
we
much
reviewing this?
degradation.
That's
If there is
plum.
no bat, how do you review this if there is no bat? I mean,
Arey, Jagdishan said the same
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. See, opening batters are like that.
Yeah.
They just review, they just waste the review and go. So Jagdishan did it. Now Venkatesh Iyer is.
why is Gurbaz not saying anything? I mean, it's
He didn't say anything for Jagdishan either. He is the one who's like, take the review.
take it review.
Like, why would you take that review? That is as plum as it gets. This is another plum. This is he's not even looking at the this thing replay. He's just
Yeah,
like
because
walking off.
it's probably hitting the middle of middle stump.
Yeah, of course.
And KKR are probably the only team that have taken two
Yeah,
reviews that have hit middle of
literally
middle.
hitting the middle of
nice.
middle stump.
Well done.
Both the reviews they've lost is hitting middle of middle, guys. So KKR, if you're watching, please learn to take DRS better.
Arey, no. This is how they want to play unpredictability, bro. You cannot do what is obvious. That's what KKR do. So they enjoy.
Yeah, we have another. Okay, we are wondering why KKR has reduced the boundary size in Eden. It actually decreases the potency of their spin attack. Do you agree?
I don't think it reduces the potency, firstly, and the venue has been worked around enough. It was slow, it became quick again, and sometimes it has grip, sometimes it doesn't have that grip. So, but there are larger pockets at times, which we saw when RCB played here, where it is tough to hit spin. What sometimes the boundary size does is it actually lowers the batsman into thinking that I can clear it.
Yeah.
But if there is some help in the wicket, you could get that wicket as well.
Exactly.
So it is a fine balance. If there is nothing in the wicket, then the boundary size you would want it to go back. But if there is some help, which at times there is, it feels that okay, there is something like we see in the New Zealand venues. That it may seem a teeny tiny ground, but there is help for bowlers in the deck. So I think it's
Also,
a mixture of both.
Also, I don't think that you can do much with the ground size, the boundary sizes. There isn't a lot of margin as you find in some of the grounds.
Yeah.
Also, one question that I wanted to ask to both of you: do you think that maybe playing Alzari Joseph would have been better instead of Josh Little today?
Yeah, I always think if Hardik is not going to use Little in the power play, Alzari Joseph is always the better option to enforce a role in the middle overs, ball bouncers,
And
short ball.
And Russell is also there. So
Yeah, and Russell would not have
If you
enjoyed
think
facing.
if you think about it, he's been dropped after just one bad game against Rajasthan. Because before that, he was I think he was picking 2 wickets every game.
oh, that's some pace. 135, 140 maybe.
Show it.
It
Man.
looked
Yeah, show that wicket because yes, love to see 3 reds. But yeah, Subhash goes on to say 191. Yeah, possible, pretty much if they bat in front of them and not behind.
No, so you're telling me as a batter, you don't know where he got hit.
Yeah, because he was moving so much, how would you know where he got it?
As a non-striker, he also doesn't know.
Non-striker was not watching only, na?
This is a basic. I mean, you're just looking at it from one perspective, and we can guess it.
Yeah, and that's a good question. Oh, bhai, proper.
finally
Rana
a
ji losing
boundary.
the edge in the 4G world. Well, at 5G world, sorry.
Yeah.
But I think so. There was this. I can't remember who that batter was. He was just shuffling like this, and because he knew that since he's not getting bat on it, he will get out bowled. There was this batter who actually put his leg deliberately to try and save the ball from hitting the stump. So I think there must be some idea for sure. I mean, it can't be you may not accurately know whether it's hit you in front of off stump but yeah, it's hard to think that the bat. Oh, gone!
Wow. 2 wickets in 1 over. Little is doing a lot of damage.
This is exactly. I mean, it reminds me of that over where Alzari took 2 wickets, and the second one was also a Rahul Tewatia catch. So pretty much on point here.
If producers if you can get the comment back, it's the apt time to ask how does Gurbaz approach this innings now? Because he's seen 2 guys come in, 2 guys get out for too little, and there is not enough time left.
Far too little.
Josh has done more than a little damage.
Yeah, that's what I just said. पाजी आप सुन नहीं रहे हो यार, ऐसा नहीं चलता है यार, आप कल भी रिपीट कर रहे हो, अभी बोला
मैंने सुना, but I just wanted to get that out. कीड़ा है ना वो अंदर.
अरे don't need to compare यार, don't need to compare.
Mahbub,
Yeah,
Motiwala.
please Paji, how do you think Gurbaz should approach this innings now that they are in like pretty precarious position? If they lose another one now,
Yeah, that's
proper
their
danger.
tail. That's basically Russell. Their tail.
Yeah.
I think the idea for Gurbaz would be to hit the Afghan spinners, because he's probably their best bet against that duo. And then because Rinku's also someone who's good against pace, so let Rinku take on pace bowling, and if he wants to risk, take risk against spin, because against, and he's their best batter against those two. So let Rinku try and hit pace. But try and bat till the 14th over at least, if not the 15th over.
I mean, just 2 more wickets. They don't have a choice but to bat till 15th over. So.
And yeah, that's a good thing to read out. KKR's DRS Woos. While batting, reviews 9, success 2, unsuccessful 6, umpires call 1. Success rate of 22.2.
Obviously.
Of course, the next obviously the next names are very, very obvious in DC, MI, and surprisingly RR have a lower success rates.
Yeah.
Good one, well done, Anirudh. Good stat that.
Yeah.
Just tells you how batters use reviews as if it's their prerogative that it's mine only. Ek to main leke jaunga.
No, it just reminded me of a certain Indian opener.
I know.
Who used to just review after being plumbed in front. So. Yeah, times never change.
That's a top over from Little, just 4 runs from it, 2 wickets. Again, he's got 2 wickets, but again, you'd think.
So he's bowled 2 overs, right? He's bowled 2 overs.
3?
He's bowled 3.
He's bowled 3 overs for 14 runs. That's
in
mad.
the middle overs.
Yeah, and got a couple of wickets.
Yes, and as Fayaz says, Little should have bowled an over in the power play early. He's still getting movement. Again, it's like that review. Everybody thinks they need to do that bit more than the others.
And talking about that certain opener, he's on screen.
Yes, but yes, it may not be for everyone, but it is for us at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, difficult times. Do you, of course, Noor can bowl now?
Yeah.
Because you can tempt Gurbaz into hitting him.
And or you can even get Rashid against Rinku. And get him to bowl googlies. Oh, they did.
And Gurbaz goes after Noor. That's 6.
That's 6.
That
wow,
is 6.
What a hit from Gurbaz. He's like, I don't care about who's on the other end.
Yeah, this is backyard cricket for me.
This is the time when I say I am better than them.
Yeah, of course.
This is a battle of the
Afghans.
The Afghans at Eden.
Wasn't a great connection, but
shorter bound, like longer. This boundary does look more easier to clear as compared to the.
No, this was 78, so it's a decent.
Fairly a good hit. And he's taken 2 there.
Yeah,
should take
2.
Okay,
just a single.
Rinku wants to take strike. Interesting times though, because Gurbaz will possibly look to keep going and bat deep as much as he can. Let's see how Rinky goes, because you need runs here. You need 180, 190 at least.
Nikhil channeling his inner commentator. He's like, you need runs here. Of course you need runs here. Archit goes on to ask, has anyone asked Hardik what has happened to Sai Sudarshan? He's not played since 2-3 matches. Hardik should not bat at 3, and he already has issues with spin and back of length deliveries. I think Sai Sudarshan has been dropped or tactically been benched. So that's the reason. Maybe I think Nikhil...
But I don't think it's been asked.
No, it's been.
No,
it's
of course,
not
hardly. Transparency is not any which way is a forte of the IPL.
It's not been asked. But I can confirm that it is the case. I can confirm that it is the case. But let's
also if it was asked, Hardik would have easily said, "I've forgotten it." Like how he's been speaking about the team changes at the toss.
Maybe Ashish Narrative took the call, and now I don't know.
But I think Nikhil had a possible explanation for why that could have been the reason why they would have dropped Sai Sudarshan. So do you want to?
So I think, again, it's my theory, could be right, and something Somesh is also added in previous watchalongs, that when Saha gets out early, both Shubman and Sai end up batting at a similar rate, and they're not taking on spin or even pace at times to the best potential. So what it does is then the game is meandering along for no apparent reason. But having said that, Even Hardik, who's come in, hasn't quite often taken off. Oh, that's a great ball. I don't think he picked that. He was waiting
No,
to
he didn't,
do
he
something
didn't.
off the pitch there.
There is enough spin.
Yeah. So I
Enough
think
purchase.
maybe that's why they've said that, okay, let's break that partnership. If Hardik is batting at 3, I just hope he starts better, because so far he's taken time. He got one Bishnoi over in that Lucknow game, may not always get it. So, but again, it's not that he hasn't tried. He tried versus Chawla, got out. So again, let's see how he's going.
He didn't try in the he didn't try in the power play. Chawla over was just the ball after the power play.
Yeah, just like so. In the middle overs, if Gill is going to bat through, maybe Hardik is the one to attack, but that day did not come off.
I also believe that that could be the theory, because if Sudarshan is there anchoring, because Hardik's also more of an anchor now, you don't need 3 anchors. But my idea is, or my reading is that I think they've brought in Vijay Shankar and they've dropped Sai, right? Because Abhinav Manohar was there. Could have, if in that scenario, they can easily promote someone like an Abhinav Manohar. They anyway bat in a manner wherein not all of their lower order, which has now 4 players in Abhinav Manohar, Miller, Tewatia and Rashid, they're not going to face a lot of deliveries either. I don't think Rashid has played more than 10 balls. I don't think Tewatia has played more than 30 balls in the tournament. So you can promote someone like an Abhinav Manohar at 3, and it's not that Hardik's a left-hander.
Hardik comes in, Gurbaz welcomes him with a 6.
This is what happens when you bowl yourself.
Is Mohit injured then? There is no other explanation.
Mohit could be, but I think Mohit's on the field. He's not.
Yeah, I mean, he went off the field because he had a finger injury.
And then he
took
came
the
on
catch.
Yeah.
But let's see if he's not fit enough to bowl. Maybe that is the only reason why you'd see Hardik now.
And he's been clobbered the first ball.
This should be an interesting game. At least it is shaping up to be one. Let's see. This Gurbaz that
he
held
does
up a bit.
Again, I don't understand this field. Why are you having mid off instead of a long off when you're bowling fuller? I just don't understand this.
I think teams are trying to do the bluff, but people are predicting it much before it happens. Like in the last few games as well, so many games where bowlers have.
There's some heated conversation between Hardik and Gurbaz.
Yeah, I mean that. I don't think this venue is the best to try that bluff anyway. You can try this bluff at venues like Chepauk or maybe even Hyderabad, because
there are hold on,
and the ball tends to stick on the pitch sometimes. So maybe
So for now,
Gurkir, what do you think the discussion or the conversation between these two are?
I think it was about Gurbaz running in the same line as
Hardik.
Or like because Rinku was going probably from the other end. So I think they will.
Gurbaz must be saying this is what you get by preferring Matthew Wade over me.
Interesting.
No love lost there. And actually it's something that we missed. Gurbaz. This is a Gurbaz derby.
Yeah, this is a Gurbaz derby. Yeah.
Because Matthew Wade was not having a good season last time around, and they kept
You can't use him. You can't use Matthew Wade like that and expect him to come good. Even Neeraj's Juju cannot do that.
Even when you have Miller, why do you need another left-hander finisher?
And that to somebody who
they were batting him at 3.
But then he's getting stuck versus spin. It's just again too much common sense for IPL at times. Rahmanullah Gurbaz against bowlers in this innings. Hardik 20 of 8, strike rate 250. Rashid 17 of 7, strike rate 242.9. Shami 14 of 5, strike rate 280. Noor Ahmed 8 of 4, strike rate 200. Joshua Little 7 of 9, 77.8.
So to just sum it up, against international bowlers, he has a strike rate of about 200, and as other people would say, as against associate bowlers, he has a strike rate of 77.8.
Ireland is not one, but
no. There was a certain person who called. So we'll not.
So some shots fired somewhere. Let me fire.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, but maybe just tell you that strike rates are not overrated.
Of course.
But anyway, ways.
They aren't.
Yeah, of course they aren't.
Who believes that? Yeah.
But see, if you don't hear anything,
Hopefully, cricketing gods help them.
Yeah. But let's see. This is interesting now. Rinku's taken time. 1 of 8. Sorry.
Taken a lot of time.
Yeah.
It's
For
not just time.
it's just
And that's a 4.
lovely camera angle to not make anything of
Oh
it.
no, that's just a single.
Yeah, it is a single, but yeah, great camera angle. Is like guess karo bhai. मतलब क्या ही है? Not to make it so easy, but again, 37 overs left. 105 for 4. Slight slowdown. Do they
Yeah.
still get to 180?
21 runs in the last three overs.
Yeah, and despite Gurbaz hitting those sixes, one to Noor and one to Hardik.
Just when we missed it, because obviously we're watching the IPL, a comment says you won't believe what just happened in Pakistan as a New Zealand ODI. The 30 yards size change in the middle of a match. Yeah, you could. This is the expression. Please capture this expression.
How and why? How and why? We need to know that. This isn't enough. We need to know the details.
I thought Gurkirat you were gonna say kuch to gadbad hai.
Kuch to gadbad hai. Anyways, guys, 7 overs.
I mean, if you know why, or if you heard the commentators talk about it, please explain so that we can also then
try to put some logic to that.
Yeah.
And again, more words exchanged there between Gurbaz and Hardik between overs.
No love lost for sure.
Oh, and Gurbaz wants to hug, but not Hardik. Okay, interesting. Let's see who's come on to bowl now, because I'm not sure it's not Shami nor Rashid. Rashid will keep him for the last 5. So let's see.
Mohit Sharma wasn't fit. Wasn't unfit. He's there.
Wow. So then why didn't Hardik bowl?
Yeah, that's something that we'll never get to know, and I'm
Of
sure
course.
nobody will ask him as well.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
did you bowl the 3rd over? And
Chalo,
here
Rinku
is
bhaiya.
Mohit is
3
here.
sixes or a wicket. Let's go.
Oh,
1-6 is here.
yes,
Yeah,
one of the 3.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go now. When else will
Yeah.
you go? There is enough batting left.
Let's count it out, guys. We have
2 to go.
Wow, I was struggling to. Yeah, now I got it.
Figuratively put 3.
Yeah, I couldn't put it the other way, so I had to put it this way.
Okay, let's go. Because I think Mohit Sharma's length, as I said, the natural length just got his line wrong there.
Yeah.
And Rinku was waiting for something like that. And Nairaj is.
For the first time, I've seen him
Grimace.
unimpressed. Yeah, and he's usually the one who gets hit and then smiles.
Yeah.
But here he's like,
Just like Dhawan yesterday. Poor
This
chap.
is not something. Not something that he wanted for his birthday.
Yeah. There is another birthday boy waiting there.
yeah, he's
Waiting
waiting
to
for
bat.
his cake.
Yeah. Which will anyways come. Okay, that is not a problem. Let's see.
Let's see. 2 more sixes in this
I
over.
don't think immediately because, of course.
You'll have to. Oh, that's a
is it
boundary.
4 or 2?
No,
it's a 2.
he's cut it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just 2 runs.
But well timed. He's just
Yeah,
getting
but-
going in this over. Yes, Paji.
I wanted to say something on Rinku, but then I refrained because I've heard too many of jinxing comments. So I was like,
अरे कोई नहीं बोल दो sir
Yeah,
कोई
yeah.
नहीं.
no, I'm just saying, really liked how Rinku has batted. It's not just it's not just blind swinging. He's also taken those first few balls for himself and not panicked if he's not gotten the connection or not got the boundary straight away. He's not panicked, right?
Oh,
Nearly.
I hope he's fine. He seems
Hit
to have hurt himself.
ribbed, right?
Yeah.
I think it hit his.
He's waiting for his chance to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is something that was since 2022. Rinku Singh's strike rate against pace is 178, and versus spin is 105. So enough cues for oppositions to do that. But again,
with Gurbaz there, he can just
of
rotate
course,
and
couldn't risk Rashid. Now and again, the death overs is now for Rashid to ace. Maybe they want again to take 2 to 3 in an over again. Who knows? Let's go. We have 2 sixes to come or a wicket to come. Let's see what comes.
3 more deliveries. Interesting. Another short ball?
Yeah, I think he should stick to that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay,
Just
single.
Another 2. Or
Just
is
a
it 2?
single.
Oh, good run,
Brilliant,
yeah.
brilliant running.
That went straight to the fielder, and again Hardik is not happy.
Is it Abhinav Manohar again?
No,
Yeah,
I think it was Noor. Left arm.
Oh,
Okay.
Left arm throw.
कोई बात नहीं, कोई
I
बात
think
नहीं.
there's the following comment on the Pakistan New Zealand ODI said that the umpires changed it after 8-9 overs. They
Wow.
realized that it is not 30 yards or whatever. See, they adjusted the 30 yards after 8-9 overs. Wow.
Cricket in 2023 in one line.
Wow. In the last 2 weeks, what have we seen? We've seen a hailstorm in Pakistan.
Yeah.
We have seen this as well. This is some things that you just can't expect. But
Yeah. We've seen Shardul Thakur at 3.
no, in Pakistan, I'm
Okay,
saying.
in Pakistan. Okay. And okay, so none of those wickets or sixes are coming then because
Yeah.
good comeback from Mohit after that first hit.
It started well, but
Yeah,
then
yeah,
it
it just-
ended badly.
Yeah, I
just,
think
just like KKR season.
yeah, it just like this innings also, right? If you see Gurbaz started really well, but he's literally got no support from the other end. 0 of 4 for Shardul, 11 of 14 for Venkatesh, and 4 of 3. And this is why, for all the love of experiments, I don't like people batting out of positions. It doesn't always come off. It doesn't just. It's not. If it was so easy, everybody would be doing it. So just back people in their best positions. Forget the risk reward at certain point. In that battle lineup, David Visa Russell will still get wasted.
That's what I was saying. I just looking at the scorecard, and David Visa would walk in as low as
Great
what?
ball.
Number
Great
9.
Yeah, and then how worth is it pushing Shardul at 4? I mean, even if it's a 20 or 4 ball, Vijay can do that. And then
course.
if he gets in, he can make it a 40 of 20 or 60 of 25. So again, maybe there are some things just work differently for different teams. And
So now they have 6 overs,
yeah,
and they have 3 recognized batters.
yeah,
They could eventually even end up with not
Using
getting
the-
somebody like David Visa out to bat
Possible.
and not use him with the ball as well.
yeah. And let's see who has
I
over.
think
Shami will definitely bowl one.
he'll come ahead of Narayan, I think. After
Yeah,
what
I
he-
now I don't think there is any other option.
But
in that
again,
sense.
if Rashid is bowling, would you rather have Narayan bat or David Visa? That's the question, right? Because they've derailed now the prospect of Rashid bowling out. He has
Yeah.
to bowl out at the death.
Yeah,
So I'm just thinking from a KKR lens, right? They would just go with Narayan and ask him to attack the spinner. Because David Visa, first ball, googly,
And
is
it
going
is
to be very
Rashid.
susceptible to it.
yeah. Okay, not calling anything now because it's not worked twice, and
2
of
more
course
overs.
it's a KKR game.
2 more overs for Rashid, and
Oh, that's a wide.
That's a googly
But he
and
missed
a
it.
wide.
He missed it. He went outside the line there. Let's see where Rashid bowls now.
Is Ramanullah Gurbaz giving away how to bat against Rashid?
That Shane Watson did, Ambati Rayudu did, Abhishek Sharma did. There are enough
But
people.
even then, people have.
Yeah, see, I'll just say one thing for people like him. Sometimes people play the perception and not the bowler. So if you don't play the perception, you'll be fine. Oh, oh, bhai.
That's
If people are getting surprised, we're just showing visuals of Murli Karthik.
Being hit?
Oh, Ashish Nehra giving a birthday bump to Murli Karthik.
return gift to Murli Karthik. And Murli Karthik
Return.
explaining it.
Okay, chalo, let's go then. Rinku
Unfortunately,
bhaiya.
you can't hear that explanation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not unfortunately. Fortunately, we
Fortunately,
can't.
and that's a hack attempted. Should
And
be a
that's a
couple.
double. Abhinav Manohar again.
Yeah.
I'm sure Hardik is trying to find a place where he can field Abhinav Manohar right now. He's like, wherever I keep him, the ball is going
following.
there.
Sometimes it happens, just like the ball just keeps following you all around the ground.
Yeah,
and
but I have a feeling that if Gujarat end up losing today, Hardik in the post-match presentation is going to come and talk about that drop catch by Abhinav Manohar more than anything else.
But it did not cost much, no?
Sorry?
Yeah, it didn't.
It didn't cost much, right?
No, it did. I mean,
Jogo got out like not too long after that.
I mean, just what, 20 runs?
Yeah.
And he
And
batted
again, he took
17
enough
deliveries.
time.
Exactly. He
And
batted
took-
17
And it
deliveries.
took enough time. But chalo, let's see. Gurbaz surely goes big
And
now.
Aman goes on to say, put a cheeky comment saying ball tampering by Nehra ji.
Hey, that's a six.
should be out. Should be out.
That's a
Hey,
six.
six by kick.
This is
Chota
90
ground
meter.
mein bol raha hu. That is he still hit a big one. But
This is a big one.
It
This
went
is 90
too high.
meters.
It just went too high. I thought, gaya.
No, wait. Gurkirat, I'll tell you who is I, the cameraman.
yeah,
That's the right
you're
answer.
not getting the right because look at him. He did not even bother checking where it is going. It
This
just
is easily 90 meters.
Yeah.
Let's see if
This
we
is
are
just
right there.
outstanding by Gurbaz, man. Just
Yep.
brilliant.
Single-handedly keeping his side in the game. And of course, he's taken on Rashid Khan. How many people can
But
do that?
I'm sure he's had moments like this, right? Even in the Asia Cup.
And that's a pull.
Gone
that's
for
another
four.
Wow.
Brilliant 6 and a
He's
4.
setting it up
He's
well for
pumped up.
180. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
pumped up as well.
This is
Wow.
a bad
Gurbaz.
day to drop Gurbaz from your fantasy 11.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think you can do anything with KKR batters. There is no assurance.
You either pick them or don't pick them.
Yeah, you take Rana, Venki will score. You take Venki, Rinku will score. You take Rinku, then
Russell will score.
Russell will score. And then you take everybody, nobody will score. Shardul will score that day. So it's. as I
Oh.
said,
And I actually made Rashid my captain given his record and everything at this venue.
yeah.
Mm.
That's okay. We've
Sure.
all been there, done that, and
It's
most
the-
of the teams
It's
have
the
that
15th
combination.
over mark, and you know what time it is. But
Yeah.
before we get to that, Faji, again, quick prediction: 100 or not for Gurbaz.
I hope he gets there. He's batted very well. He really deserves it.
And total prediction: where do you think KKR will end?
Yeah, he said
Any
185 to
changes?
190.
Yeah, that's what. Any changes?
I said 187, but yeah, if I'm allowed to change it, I'll say 193.
193.
Hey, but allowed नहीं है, but
But yeah,
ठीक है।
we'll let it go.
बाजी में आगे मैं पहले 192 बोला।
Yeah.
हैं,
Nikhil, 100 possible or not?
He'll probably miss it. I
Yeah.
hope he gets it, but again, he'll keep going. So he'll play for the team, which is good.
Hmm.
So let's see if he misses or sticks around for that.
Yeah, right on cue. We have the sub ready.
Yeah, and
I don't
we
know
had-
who else. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
walked in.
Yeah.
And that's
and there are
goodbye
enough
from
signs
us
to
for
everyone, each one of
Gurkirat
us.
as well. Yes, let's do it.
And Noor is back, and so are the Noors of cricket.com.
I might be wearing purple in that little sting, but let's get the other man right now for the next 5 overs. I'm talking about this man. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the cricket.com watch along with me, Abni Shegde, and Somesh Agarwal right now. What's been going on? So good ball continuing, and we've jinxed it. We've come in at the wrong time. Honest to God, 81 of 39, and he'll have to depart. And it's an all-of-gone wicket, this. Noor getting Gurbaz out, and Rashid taking the catch. I mean, some advertisement for Afghanistan and the IPL, this. But what an innings. So,
Yeah, man, he deserved 100 definitely.
was he batting on a different surface?
Single-handedly keeping KKR in the hunt.
I mean, generally, if you look at Gurbaz and what he's done, 6.3 overs essentially for his 80-odd runs. I think he's batting on a different surface. I mean, he cut well.
No, actually, he's the only one who's batting properly. Because this is the kind of a knock which this venue and the dimensions deserve.
Yeah.
And they should be targeting 210 for that. They'll have to score at 75 at the last 5.
Yeah. Now the birthday boy comes out to bat. Andre Russell, he'll join Rinku Singh. So there could be more fireworks.
Oh,
but
they have
right
a
now, they'll
timeout
take
as
a
well.
breather with the strategic timeout. It makes for a good conversation. So all you guys are new here, subscribe. Crick Shots out of the box saying 170 is his prediction. I went for 156 way back when the game started. So went for 211, which is still on. And Rinku and Russell could put on a show here. You never know how much they will concede.
They were 61 after the power play, if
Yeah,
I'm not wrong.
they were 61.
They've scored 74 in the
9.2
next 9.
overs.
And
They've slowed
उसमें से भी 10 बॉलर in the last over में. So essentially for the 8 odd overs in the middle, in between, they scored 60.
Yeah. And I think GT were inevitably going to come back with the ball, given their pedigree and the variety that they have in their attack. We saw Josh Little as well doing things. Rashid, you're always going to get consistency from him, and not to forget Noor, who's just dismissed Gurbaz. Let us know what you liked so far in that innings, and also let us know if KKR is making the playoffs, if you think there is a chance for them, because some guys from the City of Joy are definitely thinking so. Thoughts on Mark Howard in the comment box? Oh my God. Did you see that blunder, Nitin? The fact that he said Gurbaz will come back for his 15th second of the Big Bash. And obviously it wasn't. So that's sackable. If the BCCI are watching, I mean, nothing against Mark Howard because he brings energy to the comment box, but yeah, a slip of the tongue. They keep showing this Rinku repeat. Where is Yash Dayal? Is he still part of the Gujarat Titans squad?
I think he's not keeping well. Hardik said that a couple of days earlier that he has lost 8 to 9 kgs after that game, and he's not feeling too well.
Bro, that's pretty sad.
Yeah,
It takes a toll on the bowlers. I mean,
yeah,
you can only take inspiration from Stuart Broad, who's gone on to have a great
true.
career, even though he was hit for 6 sixes. So yeah, I mean, spare a thought for Yash Dayal, because pretty much Rinku has ruined his career, some would say. And so far he's been batting beautifully, this boy Rinku. 268, averaging 67 and striking it over 150. So he's always been there. Pratik Kandari going on to say, Rinku seems to be a slow starter. Can you guys pull up some stats?
Actually, Pratik, it's not so much of a slow starter, because if you remember the RCB game, he just started well against Siraj and hit him for that big six. He has been not hitting spin that well this season. His strike rate against spin has been 106 as compared to 150 or 160 odd against pace. So that's a very big difference.
But it's a good observation made by Pratik, the fact that sometimes it gives you an impression that he starts off slowly.
So 186 against pace, and against spin his strike rate is 106.
Yeah, so you look at that. I mean, essentially, ask for it and we have it ready, which is quite good to see as well from our back-end team. And look at the other players that he joins in that little depiction. Faf and Shimron, who've been going great guns themselves. Right, back to the game. And they have, oh my God, have they taken a page out of the Gautam Gambhir textbook with the silly point and all? Sorry, a forward shot leg, beg your pardon. And that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
it's his birthday, guys. Supposed to give him gifts, not players around
Let's see
him.
if Noor can give him a long up or a full toss as a
Wicket
birthday
alert.
gift.
Wicket alert, Gurvaz. Yeah, I mean, what is his username? Jesus Christ.
He's Chapal Chor.
Chapal Chor. Oh yeah, good old Chapal Chor.
Yeah.
It's my birthday and I will get off the mark, says Andre Russell. Let us know also which the crazy question asked Som. Has there been a player in the Eden to ring the bell and play in the same game? Never know. Success of Rinku and Visa lower down the order could allow KKR to use Russell like LSG did with Stoinis sending him early. They anyway are wrong in playing both Venkatesh and Juggy.
Yeah.
Venki should open. Yeah,
True.
That's a good shout as well from Pranav, who comes up with a few logical things, Pranav. So good on you. I think in a couple of watch-alongs before as well, you made some certain points. Right, so Noor to Rinku, and
Sort of
he's happy to get the single. What are they
jabbed it.
targeting? 200?
They should be targeting
It's
200.
doable.
but
63 from 25, it's doable, right?
Yeah, I mean, ideally they should have kicked on till 210
Mhm.
because 200 would be par, in my opinion.
Yeah. Lots of people saying Russell Mania today because it's his birthday, and even the big board saying happy birthday, Dre Russ. So hopefully the City of Joy get something to smile about with Andre Russell, and even we on this Saturday afternoon. Gukirat, it was nice to see you earlier, and it's good to see you again in the comments. He goes on to ask us, Som, do you guys think Hardik should have mentioned about Yash Dayal losing weight and all after that game?
So here is what I thought. I observed just after the next game that Yashdal was nowhere to be seen. So even that also did not paint a very good picture, because at that point of time you don't really know that is it the player who's not ready, or is it the team who sort of I mean, they know that he won't be playing, so no point carrying him, and maybe they are pissed. I mean, obviously no team would go to that level, but I mean, obviously the optics of it is not right if the player is not seen. And even I was sort of observing that Yashdal is nowhere to be seen. Probably Hardik could have not mentioned the details, but yeah, some sort of an explanation of how he's keeping and why isn't he seen, that really need to come out.
We can only guess. I mean, it's food for thought what Gukirat has asked and what Som just answered him about, because look, sometimes you're curious as a fan of how he's doing, how is he coping and all of that, and the captain can only say as much. So sometimes many people could say you can cover this, you could probably sweep it under the carpet, no one needs to know. But look, that was such a well-documented over. It's probably gone down in the folklore of IPL that people remember Yash Dayal, whether he likes it or not. Infamous record. We remember Stokes against Brathwaite, Broad against UV, and Dayal against Rinku. It's as simple as that. Anyway, coming back to the game, they're showing some stats over there, and we were talking about Rinku's stats as well earlier. Let's just put that up in supplement to the other graphic we put up. Oh, Russell is God's
he's hit-
sakes! Oh,
he's
what a
hit-
shot that
he's
is!
hit-
He's
Rashid
picked
is
the
having an out
bones
day
out of that.
for sure.
Holy hell, he's picked the Googles and he's dispatched it. I mean,
this entire Yash Dayal episode makes us think about Ben Stokes. He got hit for 4 sixes in a World Cup final.
that's bad. That's honestly
That game had no. I mean, the game, the Rinku Singh hit for 5 sixes had no real significance, so to speak. I mean, it's just one of those 14 league games. It's fine. Things can happen.
Things can happen, yeah. And it's been.
And I just recall what Stokes said to Archer when he was bowling the super over, that just do you think this over is not going to define you?
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, before he
that's
was going
insane.
out to bowl that this over is not going to define you as a player.
That's mad. He must have thought about that line. Oh, well fielded. He made a meal of that, Noor Ahmed, but he gets around it. He must have said that while he was having a smoke in the Lord's balcony, which is documented in that Sam Mendes piece.
I mean, maybe GT should organize a one-on-one between Ben Stokes and Yash Dayal. I mean, it'll help him out. Whatever helps him out right now.
Yeah. I mean, excruciating for him. Oh, Russell, 6 more is it? You betcha. You cannot stop sixes in this ground. It's one of those grounds we showed you the depiction earlier, the Chinnaswamy and the Eden. I mean, the run rates have been absolutely bizarre. And even someone like Rashid Khan has now conceded his, third six so far in this game?
Third six?
Yeah, one.
I mean, more than that.
More than that?
For sure. Gurba scored 30 of 11 balls against Rashid in this game.
Oh my God. So maybe a couple more sixes then. Rashid has got, oh my God, Rashid's got 54 in 4. And
is this the most expensive Rashid has been in IPL?
I think against SRH once, which is 54. He might have leveled it. Anirudh just confirm with me on that. I think I might be right in this, but just double check with me. Is this Rashid Khan's most expensive IPL spell? None for 54, 4 overs gone. Only time will tell. The stats will tell, and you can check it out on cricket.com. It also makes me think about how life is a funny game, and cricket especially. Hat-trick in the last game against the same opposition, and now 54 runs conceded. So sometimes it's a great leveler, this game.
And who would have thought that the one bowler that Kolkata will target in the GT bowling attack would be Rashid Khan?
Rashid, out of all. It's only KKR doing these things. KKR can just surprise us. As bad as they can get really good as well. Right, Somesh's 211 is definitely on the cards right now because Russell has woken up.
60 needed in 3 overs.
60 needed in 3 overs. Last night I was going through Instagram and there was a reel. Shot Andy Russell. That's 4. He's in some mood here, Andy Russell. He's in some mood. He's already had a piece of the bigger Afghan pie and Rashid, and now he's going for the slithers in Noor. There was a reel. I don't know when this was shot, but he was wearing this year's jersey and he had a bottle of Old Monk and he's drinking it out of a neat. And he's like, this is the best tonic for any injuries. And I'm just like, wow, dude, Andy Russell, alpha male vibes.
If he survives this over, I do fear.
He wants to. Oh,
I do fear for the 2 bowlers who are gonna bowl the next 2.
Mohit Sharma.
Whoever it is, if Russ survives this over somehow with obviously a few runs as well.
Yeah. Sorry, I was wrong. It was Punjab Kings, guys. So basically in the IPL, this is the second costliest fail. Yeah.
Gale hit him, yeah.
It's costliest 1 for 55 against Punjab Kings in 2018. Were they Kings 11 Punjab then?
Yeah, they were.
When did they change their name?
2020.
2020. Yeah, Kings 11. The Punjab. So 17.2, 156 for 5. Sadly, that was my prediction. I went for 156. I don't know what I was thinking about. But Noor, has he got a wicket of the big Rinku Singh? Yes, he has. He was fucking around. Bro, I think Little was fucking around big time. He's taken the catch, but he's absolutely thrown it out to give hope to the crowd. And well, Rinku, 20 balls, 19. I mean, wow. That's why I just said cricket's a great leveler. Rinku last time 5 sixes, this time nothing. Rashid last time hat-trick, this time nothing. And look at this. He takes it safely, doesn't have to worry. And bye. This is just a joke.
You did not have to do that, Little.
Honestly, a little but chodi there from Josh.
KKR do have David Visa, who walks in now.
Yeah. And he, remember, played like a 3-ball 12, was it against RCB? 2 sixes in the final 2 balls or something like that. So we know he can tonk it. But more importantly, I want to see how Russell goes about it. More importantly, who are the 2 bowlers in the death? Is it your beloved Mohammad Shami?
I think they'll go Shami and Mohit Sharma.
Shami and Mohit Sharma. Shami in the death. I think he's going to get carted. Either it's going to be pandemonium or there'll be Russell's
But the
stump
thing is, if Noor
cartwheeling.
gets one more wicket, then Shami would be like, "Yeah, tailender hai. Ab to main Yorker pe Yorker execute karunga."
That is true. I was asking Anirudh earlier, where do you rank GT's spin attack in the tournament? Just behind RR? And we'll take that from Pranavaran. Just behind RR?
Ask again. I completely missed.
GT spin attack. Out of all the 10 teams, are they in the top 2? Because it's just Rashid and Noor, let's face it. Sai Kishore hasn't played a game. Jayant Yadav, they have.
I'm
Shaw.
actually thinking is our CSK in the contention because they have Thiksena, Jad, Moin Ali. I'm calling Jad as if I'm Dhoni. Jaddu.
Yeah, that's a good shout. CSK or RR, I think, because Zampa, Chahal and
RR definitely number 1.
Oh, outside, pitching outside. He'll get away with it. So yeah, nearly
so far
troubles.
a very good over.
So yeah, Pranavaran, sorry, going on to say you guys do a watch along in day game. I really missed the watch alongs on the latter games. If all the teams would be equal, I would have really preferred a every day watch along. Yeah, shame on DC and SRH. I mean, sometimes you have to pick and choose. And last time, remember, we asked you guys, I think it was a reverse fixture of this very game, right? GT, KKR and Ahmedabad. And you guys went for this and it gave us, I mean, great numbers. Oh, Noor Ahmad's been a find. He's been an absolute find. I think he's been an even more impressive asset, like how Mujib jumped on the IPL bandwagon.
Yeah, but I mean, the games he has played, he has been like the Stuart McGill to the Shane Warne. And on the days when both of them are playing, Noor Ahmad has actually outbowled Shane Warne, like how Stuart McGill used to do when they were playing together.
That is true. Oh, David Wiese has really not going 3 dots. So
what
really,
an over, 5 runs, only 5 from it, and
brilliant.
That 200 has just pushed a little far off.
But you never know with bloody the Eden Gardens and Russell over there. Gurkia is going to say Rashid went for 50 once against Punjab. Yeah, we just pulled that up. Gale had taken him down.
I remember Gale hitting him.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's still. Yeah,
I actually made Rashid the fantasy captain that day, thinking कि भाई वो Gale को ले जाएगा, and other way around हो गया तो.
Afghanistan has produced left-handed Rashid, and India can't even produce a right-handed one. We produced Ravi Bishnoi, lad.
यार चुचांद यार मतलब गजब यार गजब consistency है भाई.
Too good. Too good, bro. I mean, I'm just thinking about it.
भाई इंडिया है मैं रवि बिश्नोई है भाई मतलब खिलाते नहीं है ये मैनेजमेंट उसको तो it's not his fault.
And I know he's not in the same ilk, but at least we're producing someone. But yeah,
he's not that far off as well. ऐसा भी नहीं है मतलब obviously एकदम राशिद का रेप्लिका तो नहीं हो सकता ना.
Yeah. And we put out a piece, I think, a video on it, decoded Bishnoi akin to Rashid, where pretty much it's like similar styles and all of that. Right, so it is Josh Little, not Mohammad Shami, not Mohit Sharma. I think Mohit Sharma might pull the final over for sure. So,
but Russell is like too deep in his crease. Bhai, stumps mein mat khade ho jana.
Yeah, and Little's also had a great day. What a ball that is. What a ball that is.
So they've probably identified a new role for Josh Little.
What, like?
कि 10 over mark से आओ तुम आखिरी उसी टाइम पे कराना है.
He's done a fantastic job today. 3.1, 2 for 15. You can't ask for more. Keep your comments coming through in this watch along. More than happy to take them. Remember, prize up for grabs. We'll keep reflecting the scores you guys went on to predict earlier in terms of how much KKR are going to get. I think a few of you guys are in contention for a nice 170, 180, 190. I think we had a lot of comments coming through in that range. Now, David Wiese finally gets off the mark, not in convincing fashion, but it's fine. They want Andre Russell, obviously, to dominate the next 10 balls from now. I honestly think everyone's expecting Russell to go big, but Josh Little might have the last laugh here. I think he's just going to end up having a great day. I don't think this last over will affect his figures. I might be wrong.
But actually, KKR are falling way behind.
They're what, 70 runs behind par right now? I mean, it's quite ridiculous. He's gone through offside. The offside is straight to the captain. Single. Yeah.
9 balls. I mean, max to kitne banenge? 30?
Yeah, max.
32? Even that is 190.
Yeah, I mean, it's just literally a fantastic last 9 balls, essentially, for a GT.
9 balls, what, 7 runs in the last 9 balls?
Yeah, just 9 balls. And we'll take a look at the birthday boy because, look, at the end of the day, he'll go down in KKR folklore.
So 99. This is 100th game now.
And this will be 3 figures for Andre Russell in terms of matches played for the Purple Army. if that I can call them. There's some good names there. Narayan, Gambhir, Yusuf Pathan. He tries to milk it and he scuffed it. Miller will pick up the pieces. He'll come back for 2, I'm guessing. Yeah, it doesn't matter if there's old monk in his belly, but he'll still run 2 for sure. I mean, Andre Russell, what is his best moment in the IPL for you? So let's celebrate him a little bit. It's his birthday. Best Andre Russell
So you
moment for
sort
you?
of put me on the spot, but I think 2019 against RCB,
Yeah,
finishing that game off. There was one very good knock he played against Chennai.
yeah, I love that knock.
That was at Chepauk, but
Yeah.
they ended up winning that game.
Correct.
Yeah.
Chennai
ended up winning that game, but he played a very good knock.
Was it that same way he got out where Sam Curran bowled him around his legs? Or was that a different IPL?
I don't think Sam Curran played 2018 IPL. Yeah.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, Andy Russell against RCB, that particular game, I think he walked in where it was, I don't know, something 72 of 19 or something, and he won them the game. Absolutely madness. So for sure, he also got a fifer, I remember.
Yeah, he got a fiver against Mumbai.
Yeah, against Mumbai as well. So he's done some really good things. From the KKR heyday, I can remember a few cameos that he's played against.
Oh, he got a fiver against RCB, not Mumbai. Was it RCB?
No, Mumbai.
Either RCB or Mumbai. I think Mumbai, yeah, maybe.
So let us know your favorite Andy Russell moment in a KKR shirt. Obviously, he played for Delhi Daredevils, was it? Way back in the day. Oh, he's hit that.
Finally.
He's hit that to the Salt Lake Stadium. Oh my God, David Visa. Finally gets a little bit. And Josh Little knows it. But look, still a great spell. 2 for 25 from his 4. And even Noor, both the overseas pros for GT and the ball have been superb. So 167 for 6, 19 overs gone. How much can they muster? And
They need a 31 run over.
that is true. But to be honest with you, I mean, KKR's bowlers don't give me much hope apart from their spinners. Narayan hasn't been Narayan. Apparently, the stat going around with Sunil Narayan is that the last 5 innings, he's gone wicketless. Which is the first time in his IPL career, which is madness. How do they even kind of get into this Gujarat Titans batting? Because Shubman Gill will be the inevitable
So
sub.
this is where they had to score something which will make Gujarat Titans batters play a lot more shots.
No, but can they make this 170, assuming, feel like a 190 by getting a couple of wickets?
Yeah, but Gujarat have a very stable list of batters.
Yeah.
That is very difficult. I mean, they are not naturally explosive like Maxwell or Livingston, where they'll throw their wickets in trying to play too many strokes.
True.
You know how Gill plays.
My biggest fear if I was Nitish Rana right now, I'd be like, how the hell do I get Saha out? I don't want him to trouble the scorers. Because if Saha gives you 30...
But with 175, which seems like they'll get 175, 180 at best, you sort of have to get everyone out.
Yeah.
Because it's in everyone's reach.
No, but I'm saying
when you end up scoring 210, it sort of puts pressure on Gill, Hardik to sort of not play the way they have been batting and try something different.
Yeah, because Hardik will probably bat 1 down. There's still no Sai Sudarshan. The fact remains that Gill likes to play that anchor role because Saha can go bang, I'm guessing. But if Saha fails straight up, gets like a 1 bowler, then I think game on, because Gill will have to force it a little bit in the power play, and so will Hardik. But let's see how much they end up getting anyway. 168 for 6, 19.1. And Andy Russell, please, for the love of God, really, couple of sixes here, really set up the game. The game that Somesh is mentioning was CSK's first game at Chepauk after returning from the 2-year ban. It turned out to be their only game at Chepauk in that season. Yeah, and then the Pune Express, because all their CSK fans took the yellow train to Pune. And that game, correct me if I'm wrong, Sam Billings played a gem of knock for CSK to get them over the line. I mean, they were done and dusted, I should say. But brilliant game. Anyway, 4 balls left. Superb shot ball this from Mohammad Shami. I mean, is he doing something that normally a Mohammad Shami wouldn't? Bowl well in the death.
So he's trying something. He's not just going for Yorkers and missing them and resulting in them being overpitched balls.
And to be honest with you, this is the perfect litmus test for any bowler, right? Bowling against Russell in the Eden Garden. If you do well here, that's pretty good. There are 2 KKR, 1 was RCB and 1 was the other teams. Yeah, saying Charas Ganja.
इस सीजन में तो ऐसे ही लग रहा है भाई.
Charas Ganja is just doing Charas Ganja things. 169 for 6, 19.3, 180, please. Psychologically, I'll ask questions. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, in
175.
the arc, out of the park, as they say. Absolutely, what row N or row P that is, I don't know. Little bowled quite well, very well, valuable distribution,
They need
very,
two
very
more
well.
sixes.
So 175 is there. Shaunak, can you quickly tell me anyone in contention for the prizes being won with regards to the prediction scores? Let's see if we are giving away more merchandise. Would be happy to if they get it spot on. How do you see RCB chances this season? Valuable distribution, top 2 finish comfortably. Not even a doubt. No, obviously, man, it'll be scampering across the line. Let's see. Who knows? Their last game of the season is Gujarat at home. Oh, and it'll trickle away for 4. So look, 180 is minimum that they have to chase now. Gujarat Titans, and that's still, like I said, 60 runs behind par. But you never know. You never know if KKR can get a couple of wickets, can do what they did to pretty much GT like what they did to RCB.
Can Dreras turn up with the ball as well? That maybe can make things interesting because he has that spark. You know, back in the older days, how Shane Watson had that spark. I mean, can come and just pick wickets.
That is true. That is true. This is a Shubman Gill derby, so he is preparing to bat himself there. 6 more is it. Goner. So they don't get 180, they get 179 for 7. 180 flat required for GT to get another 2 points.
Gujarat would have taken that.
They've taken that all day long. And look, no reduction in overs, even though there was a scare early on with the weather. And I think, no winners, unfortunately. Sorry to break it to you guys. No one called correctly. 179 was always touch and go, but it's about getting it bang on to win the jersey and the merch and the prizes. Of course. Look, GT will take that, like Som said. What's the dislike in the first 20 before we go away?
Gurbaz played a blinder, of course, but I think KKR would rue that they just slowed down miserably after the power play. The next 7 overs after the power play, they scored 44 runs. And that is just not on. Correct. And that may be, I think, Rinku's knock. If 15-16 over mark, you can't be 17 of 18. Yeah. Because if you then get out, it's a very hard-hitting knock, negative impact knock.
Yeah. I mean, you look at KKR, eventually they've huffed and puffed is the best way to put it. 179 for 7. And you look at the split, right? You guys can do the math at home as well. Gurbaz, 81 of 39. The rest of the KKR lot, 98 of 69 essentially? Something like that?
By 69. 98 of 70.
Oh, more than that. Yeah. Sorry, 81, beg your pardon. So that's quite crazy. 81 balls. Yeah, so literally madness from KKR, but they'll take it. Let's see if Chandrakant Pandit can inspire some magic and hope. What is the early call before we call the shots in the second innings? Do you think Narayan to open in the power play with the ball in hand, of course?
Because
I have no conviction in their pacers.
I think Gujarat is going to win it. Comfortably, yeah.
Okay, let's see how that all trickles, of course. Let's see if we can have equal amount of drama in the reverse fixture. Remember, it went down to the final over and then the rest is history. Thanks so much, guys, for watching this watch-along. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes' time. But in the meanwhile, we've got some sensational stuff lined up for you guys in just a bit. To confirm, before we go away, no one won the prizes or the merch. So, unfortunately, there'll be winners tomorrow in the watch-along. Remember, during the Sunday night game between Mumbai and Rajasthan.
We're doing the evening game tomorrow.
Yeah, we're doing the evening game tomorrow. Our producer's telling to hold the phone because essentially he's just getting a couple of things sorted. Look, there's another Rana who will probably make his presence felt with the ball in hand. Let's see if he can get the ball to talk, to really castle a couple of things. It'll be hilarious if KKR don't even make the top 4, but have done the double over RCB and then do the double over Gujarat.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
That would honestly be hilarious. Lots of things to like and dislike. And check out our live blog. I think Anirudh Suresh is on it today. He's put out some nuggets of information, stats that you guys might like. It's all available on the app or our website, whichever you guys prefer, on the laptop/iPad, so on and so forth. Right, so me and Som will take a small little breather. We'll be back with much more. And keep your comments coming through. And who knows what lies in store in the second innings. But right now, let's take you through those reviews of the evening games. Delhi and Hyderabad and their mid-season reviews, of course. Let's play that out if they are ready. Catch all the action.
This is cricket.com.
Never miss a moment.
Going to be a lot of excitement.
Tons of trivia and cricketing banter. So join us in our watchalongs and in our fantasy previews. And yup, we're on ground too with all our fan cams.
I subscribe to cricket.com/TV.
Right, that was just a little promo of what we've, of course, been doing this IPL. So tell a friend and tell everyone that you know who loves cricket. Cricket.com is a space to be. Make no mistake, we're here every day doing watch-alongs. We're on the ground doing fan cams, as you saw. And for all you fantasy cricket nerds out there, we give you the best in terms of fantasy previews as well. Let's, of course, take a look at this mid-season review because lots to like and, of course, think about after this video.
Yeah, so from a team that makes a lot of mistakes to the team that don't really make that many mistakes, I think we'll move to Gujarat now. And who better than Nikhil, of course. From Chennai to Gujarat, it's a perfect marriage.
Yes, perfect marriage. And also, I think I'll start by saying that I think they have possibly the best bowling attack that there exists in this format. I don't think any team anywhere in any competition has the variety, the depth, the quality that Gujarat have. And it's not even an exaggeration. You have a new ball specialist in Shami. You could use Joshua Little. You have Hardik to swing the ball. If that is not done, you have hit the deck with Joseph. You had one great spinner in Rashid, who's now preparing another one in Noor Ahmed to take that mantle forward. And Mohit Sharma has come in and been at elevation. I mean, they've just I think the only problem that last year they had was they having to use Hardik too much. Now with the impact player, even that issue is solved. That now they have 6 very good proper bowling options which they can rely on. Their batting continues to be flexible. Yes, there is an issue with Saha. If not coming off, do they bat in the same way? Which is why they've taken the call and they've dropped Sai and they've pushed Hardik up. So you can say that at times what doesn't work for them is the kind of batting approach that they have. What we saw in the last game, they started sedately, but they have the best numbers in the last 5 for a reason. They are the best balls per boundary hitting side in this IPL. And it's just, I mean, everything of them has been documented well enough. And you can see that on your screen as well, that their batting ranking is 200 is decent enough. 5 wins in 7 games. Second position, the bowling average has to be 1. And you see the fixtures as well, KKR, DC, SRH also to follow in the next few sets. So I think they'll be just looking to consolidate. And the 2 times that they have lost this season, they've come to great knocks. One was, of course, the Rinku Singh special, and the other one was also Shimon Hetmar playing out of his skin. So if you see, the losses also have been such that they could have easily won it. They should have probably lost the Lucknow game. But again, it's the bowling attack that keeps coming at you. And that is, again, something where Chennai lost as well, that it is that bowling attack that you can't just continue to take on. So I think they'll just look to grow from strength to strength in terms of, for once, they're utilizing players better. You could nitpick and say that maybe Little has to bowl in the power play. You would not want to use him in the middle overs. But I think as the pitches start to slow down, I just hope they bring in Sai Kishore. That's my only request to them. Please get Sai Kishore in. I know you want to play Jayant Yadav as well, but Sai Kishore will add a lot more value with both bat and ball, because I think the rest is, as Nehraji says, eat well, rest well, and sleep well.
Yeah, I have one point to make about Gujarat. I mean, there's absolutely no doubt that they are the best bowling lineup, and we were discussing this. And I think even in international cricket, the best bowling lineup is Pakistan, but Gujarat have a lot more options than Pakistan. So if you're facing Gujarat Titans, you are facing an opposition which are stronger than almost all the other international teams as well.
Yeah.
So my one issue with Gujarat is the way they stack up their batting, because they have Gill, who has been given the role of an anchor. Saha over delivers for them. They wanted Williamson at 3 when he was injured. They fit Sai Sudarshan. Now Gill and Sai Sudarshan batting together was not really working out because neither of them was trying to take the bowlers on. To solve that, they have had Hardik Pandya. Now Hardik Pandya at 3 this season is averaging 21, and his strike rate is 117. So it's like the worst of both worlds. He's neither being a good anchor, nor easy accelerating. And this is a role, I mean, we've discussed this many times in the past, that when it comes to India, he's not batting at 3. He is India's designated finisher. So I'm not sure why are they complicating stuff for themselves by having Hardik at 3. With Vijay Shankar playing pace so well, they might as well have him bat at 3 and Hardik can take his natural position at 5. They've needed a lot of contributions from Miller, Tewatia, and Abhinav Manohar in the last game to sort of hit and get them to that above par total. But it might hurt them on a big day when the others have taken a while to set up that platform, and on the day when it is needed, the finishers have finally at last have had an off day.
Yeah, I think just on the Hardik Pandya part, I think the clear reason for that is I think he's taken up, again, it's up to debate whether you want to take that responsibility or not. And I don't think it matters where he plays for India, because if he definitely looks far more in control and wanting to dominate the IPL in terms of his role and the kind of role that he's taken for himself. So something that Abhinav Manohar said in the post-match, that the plan was to bat deep and set up the total. They said they could cover up. Now again, it's a strategy that has worked for them more than it has failed. I just hope in coming times, when teams are able to test them better, as you said, it may not work out. But the thing is, it has worked so far, but I'm sure even Hardik yesterday was wanting to get along and then just got out. So I think it's just about getting the acceleration right, which I'm sure Hardik never sort of intend, which what we see with from the other end. So I think it is why I did not touch upon that, because I feel it is something that they are aware of. And if you're aware, you'll do better, which is not the case with a certain someone. So yeah.
See, with Gujarat, I want to say that it's one bowling attack which I think may not concede 200 while playing at Rawalpindi, and that's saying something. And that's saying you forget the options that Nikhil mentioned that they have. They have Mavi, Darshan Nalkande, and Yash Dayal waiting at the bench, and that's it's one thing to have options. It's completely another to have options that can complement each other. And they have those options in abundance. So that is there. I think from what I saw with Gill yesterday, there's again a conscious effort to bat with more intent. You look at his strike rate in this season, it's 141, though you could argue that maybe that strike rate went up while he was batting second on a few occasions. So that allows him to maybe pace his innings better. But I think there's a genuine effort to do that. With Hardik, I don't think it's an intent issue. I just think it's become a skill issue with him struggling to hit big against express pace and ball turning away. For me, like I said in that game versus Lucknow, because Tewatia is not facing a lot of balls. Before yesterday, he was playing. He had faced only 19 balls in 6 games. Rashid had played 4, and both of these guys are good enough. Like they can bat. Rashid can be if not number 7, he's an above average number 8. So I just think sometimes for them to break that right-handedness monotony, they have to, if they are too scared of who would finish and they want to keep Miller back, they can do that, but they need to then promote someone like a Tewatia or an Abhinav Manohar. Someone just has to come up. Maybe what happens when they have to chase a 200 plus score? What if their bowlers have a bad day? Who is then breaking the game in the middle overs for them? Can someone come in and do the stuff that Maxwell does? And I don't think so. So that is where I think they're very vulnerable. If on a day their bowling doesn't turn up and they have to chase more than 190 plus, I don't think they have someone in the top 3 or top 4 who can really come in and break the game, like play a 30 ball 50 or even lesser than that. A lot of their acceleration is delayed towards the end. But in a big game, when you have to chase 190 or 190 plus, how do they then then adjust to that situation would be the key. So I just feel that they need to somehow break this monotony of 5 right-handed batters back to back, and maybe they could look at Matthew Wade as an option if they don't want to play Josh Little or maybe make way, but they have to. They may not, because and I can see why they don't want to do it, but then they have to make sure that maybe they promote someone like Rahul Tewatia and just ask him to go mad. Just ask him to go mad.
We'll move to Gurkeet's favorite team now. Talking about Delhi Capitals, as if he is already. I think by now Gurkeet को तुम नींद में उठा के भी बोलोगे ना कि भाई दिल्ली के बारे में बात करना है, तो he has it all by heart now. That what he has to say. But yeah, for the sake of completing this coverage, we'll give Gurkeet some space to rant it out once more.
So we've been able to narrow down on the negatives for the last 9 teams. The problem is you can only narrow down on the positives for Delhi and you can't narrow down the negatives for Delhi because there are so many negatives. Like it's right there in front of you. Them being ranked 10th in the batting average doesn't paint the picture. The picture is that they are averaging 15 with the bat. They are losing wickets every 15 runs. The 2 games that they have won are not necessarily the games that they have won by doing, by outplaying the opposition. You could actually say that, the opposition was worse than what they were. And those 2 wins don't inspire any confidence for any Delhi fan because your batting is so poor. You look at, and all their problems start with squad construction. You cannot possibly have 9 batters to bat in the top.
Right, apologies to Gurkeet in that recorded piece because he was making a pertinent point about his beloved Delhi Capitals, but that's later on today. We're not doing a watch-along, but you can catch all the coverage on cricket.com in terms of stats and analysis. Right, back to this one, which is a Super Saturday Part 1 encounter. 180 required of GT, and like Somesh rightly said, Gilly cricket, Shubman Gill on strike, beg your pardon, Ridhaman Saha, and straight away some movement from Harshit Rana. Good to see that. He's bowling his first ball in the IPL. All you guys, most welcome back on this watch along. We went for a small little breather and the impact sub, as you can see, Shubman Gill for a GT. I think the player to make way for Kolkata was Venkatesh Iyer and Surya Sharma's in. So, look, essentially, that's that. Don't know why my mother's calling me when she knows I'm in the watch along. Ma, if you're watching, it's common sense. I can't pick up right now. There's no chance I can, honestly. Anyway.
Just 30 more minutes.
Yeah, just 30 more minutes. 1 for no loss. You predicted just before we walked out saying it's going to be a cantering win. But if there could be early wickets, you never know. Why did they straight away put a guy back on the fence?
Because that's Shubman Gill's go-to shot. Na,
Don't
want to give him boundaries, but this is Shubman Gill's home venue.
The Shubman Gill derby, that is. And remember, whenever Gujarat are chasing, they won pretty much every game, barring that chase against Mumbai last year. That's madness. That's absolute madness. Chase karte hue. 12 matchon mein, 11 jeet, 1 haar. Sorted, bro. I don't know why we're looking for multilingual speakers. Just joking. Anyway, Andy Russell, will he enjoy himself out with the ball as well? That's what Somesh rightly asked. But right now, Harshit Rana, so far is looking like a young hit-the-deck bowler.
Yeah, good lens.
Good lens. We saw Gurnoor Brar yesterday. I don't know how much you saw.
Yeah, I mean, he started off really well. First over was very good.
I liked
it. The tap opened since एक नो बॉल आया. फिर मेयर ने जो मारना चालू किया है भाई, रुका ही नहीं है कोई. धड़ मारते चले गए यार.
Brar to Mayers in that over looked like Dinda to Gale. Honestly, at times, like it just gave me that vibe. Anyway, 3 for none, 3 overs gone. Shubman Gill has not got crazy scores in the last 2-3 games, right? Has he?
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, so look, him and Gaikwad, lots of people said from the get-go, Gill and Gaikwad for the orange cap.
2 potential openers for the India's T20 team.
Yeah. So far they have to play catch-up in terms of the other big boys out there. Faf, Conway, Virat, I think, is also there in the top 3. So let's see how Shubman Gill go. His last 3 scores. So he got a 50 against MI. Then he got a duck against LSG and 45 against RR as well. So still consistent.
Oh yeah, 50 against MI. You're forgetting. He targeted Cam Green in the 6th over.
Not his brother-in-law.
And then took on Kumar Kartikeya later on.
Right, so Harshit Rana, so far, 4 balls, like the look of the lad. And it's all just been...
He's an in-swing bowler.
Back of the length, in-swing balls, literally. And I'd really want Saha to bat well, because as much as I want my cricket fan to think that he'll get out right now, I want him to bat well because I've captained him in fantasy. That's why. But I know to make a break.
Any team playing GT, Saha is the main wicket. Because he's that carefree cricketer, have zero fucks about his wicket, just gets on with it.
And the problem is if Saha gets out, Gill and Hardik, I don't like that. straight away. Hardik, we can definitely save him, man. Send someone else. Send Tevatia. I don't care. Send whoever you want. Anyway, let's see how he finishes the over, the youngster. Harshit Rana, great start. Take a bow, honestly. I don't know if you're related to the captain, mate, but you've done your team a good favor by starting well. 3 for none, 1 over gone. We're not having more crazy contests. I know no one won the merchandise and prizes, but sometimes we get carried away in the watchalong. Me in particular, when I say the second innings predictions are also up and open in terms of what time the final run will be scored. I mean, it's a hard one to predict. Should we do it today? Because we're feeling magnanimous. We're feeling...
Maybe we can do a prediction contest on Shubman Gill's score.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
His
one.
final score.
Yeah, okay. So that is the big breaking news from the watch-along. In terms of prize winning and incentives, you heard it from Somesh. Predicts Shubman Gill's score in the comments below and stand a chance to win a fantastic CDC t-shirt, which has something cool on it. So how much will Gill get? He got 56 the last time out. He got a duck before that. He's always in everyone's orange cap list. So look, he might really feast out. How much did he score in the reverse fixture against KKR? Did he get runs? He got runs and I think he threw it away. I think he was set on course for quite a bit because he's faced all of them, right? Pretty much. Russell, Narayan, while he was playing for KKR. So it is a birthday boy to share the new ball. Andre Russell to Saha. And Saha will come back for 2, is it? No, just the 1. So KKR fans, get in the comments and tell us how nervous are you on a scale of 1 to 10. If this was RCB defending 180, I would be nervous as hell. But only time will tell if you guys can pocket the 2 points. I mean, if KKR wins today, so think about it. They go on to 8 points.
31.
Yeah, 39-31. Yeah, 39-31. So if he gets 39, great. Let us know in the comments. What are you going for? I'm going for 21.
I'm going for 5.
Going for 5. Okay, he's got 5 now. Short ball and dispatch. Gill says, thank you very much, Andre Russell. I know it's your birthday, but why are you giving me gifts? It's ridiculous. Also, it's been a chaotic month. Tomorrow will be 1,000 matches in the league we love, in IPL. So we're going to be putting out a video of all the favorite memories we have. So me, the boys in the studio, and that'll come out to you guys tomorrow morning. So 1,000 games, that's quite rapid. If you ask me, 15 years just whizzed by, but don't we love it? Ooh, so was really right. He predicted Shubman Gill to get out for 5, and Andre Russell nearly kind of having him inside out. Vignesh Anand Kumar, good to see you, saying 54. Okay, love it, 54. So you think Shubman's going to get another thing. What is Shubman Gill's go-to shot?
Pull, definitely.
Pull, right? Every time you mention Shubman Gill,
shots.
Every time you mention Shubman Gill pulling or anyone does, I just think straight away, close my eyes, and Stark comes to mind in Perth, where he took him on.
Oh, so my prediction goes for
Oh my
He's 9
God.
already. That's a good shot.
Bro, that is a good shot, but come on, it's your birthday. You don't want to be beheaded on your birthday.
This is like that Amir Khan ad. Russell would be like, all is well.
Oh, yeah, literally. Is it the same one he says, Bachu? No, Boom Boom. Says something like that. 39 says Shubman Jagmeet Singh. Oh,
my favorite part of that entire ad sequence is 2 things basically. One is when Hardik says to Madhavan, "Tu aa," and the other is when Rohit says to Amir, "Ab to award lena jati nahi."
Yeah, I mean, the banter in that ad has definitely caught everyone's attention. I'm still waiting for those cred ads this IPL. We haven't been privy to those yet. But look, Andre Russell, a year wiser, some would say, so far has conceded 10 in his first over. They need someone to make an impact. I think they're going to Andre Russell straight away in the power play because look at it. You click the KKR Pacers, this IPL, they've just been the worst ever the league has ever seen.
Yeah, who else do they have? They don't have anyone else to go to actually.
They can't throw it to Thakur, for sure.
Yeah, and then David Wiese.
Yeah, and I mentioned Weber Varora. He's not even in the fucking 16, which is ridiculous.
They'll have to go to spinners itself. I mean, in an over or 2.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. When RCB KKR were happening in Chinnaswamy, just 2 overs. One for Umesh, one for Weber Varora up front. And then after that was just spin. Rana bowled an over, if I'm right as well. Akshay Kumaraswamy, good to see you, mate. Where are you? You haven't turned up to office. I can't believe it.
Saturday, Sunday off. Bye. Chill kar raha hai.
Weekend merchant that you are. How does KKR end up with just 180 despite Hardik and Rashid going for 88 and 7?
Yeah, man. Noor and Little happened and KKR sort of chalk and cheese when it
Yeah.
comes to Gurbaz and the others.
Little Noor as they call it. GT fans call it. MS Rajasthani music, video. Insane. Subscribe if you're new. I mean,
And send us some good good suggestions,
Rajasthani
recommendations.
Yeah,
good
Rajasthani music for sure. More than happy to listen to some tunes. 19 runs saying MS, the real MS. Gill to continue.
Rana to continue.
Oh, sorry. Rana to continue to Gill. And it just makes me think what my prediction was for Gill. I said 21. Yeah, I said 21. So let's see if Gill's there. I think Saha's such a value add for GT, bro. Like, just think about it. If they had KS Bharat or if they had anyone else, GT wouldn't have really.
Unless
it's a luxury.
Unless KS Bharat just takes a leaf out of Saha's book and score well in the power play and time his wicket so well that he's out before the power play is over.
Actually, you write anyone off at your own peril of this IPL. You write Rahari off, he'll slap you in the face. You write Dubey off, he'll literally cut you in the throat. It just makes you feel like everyone you... The other day, people were writing off Vijay Shankar, right? And we wrote him off.
Vijay Shankar, Mohit Sharma, Ishant Sharma, Amit Mishra, I mean, you name it.
Yeah. Ishant Sharma as well, 1 for 18, 2 for 19. Shubh must be happy. Definitely happy. Anyway, Harshit Rana, something's got to give here. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant from Gurbaz. He's having a field day, pun intended.
You know, I really feel had Kane Williamson not been injured, he would have played a 2018 type of a season. And we would have been like, bhai.
Oh, where he hit some 700 odd runs.
Yeah, and a very good strike rate as well.
True. And plus, I mean, Gujarat just have so many great players still on their bench. Talk about Darshan Chanaka, also not a bad bloody player to have on your bench.
Even Sai Sudarshan.
Sai Sudarshan.
I mean, a lot of teams would just love to have Sai Kishore.
And if Amit Mishra and Piyush Chawla getting wickets, I'm sure Jayant Yadav in certain pitches also will create problems. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. That is just brilliant.
Most watchable batter of the current era, ladies and gentlemen.
Shubman Gill, sometimes you just have to take your hat off to him. I mean, he just has this in his armory, and it's just brilliant, dude. I mean, every sponsor will be delighted. I mean, see it, I know, are happy to brand him, but just presents a full face of the bat. What's not to like? Honestly, what's not to like? Does Gill have that many haters in India? No, right?
I mean, I know I run a website www.haters.com, but मेरे को क्या पता यार?
Oh, you Castle. They're still appealing. The umpire thinks. It's interesting what he signals here. Does he signal leg buys? Because if he does, then they might just go for it, you know. I think it's impact outside off stump.
He won't signal anything till they decide on the DRS.
Rana's gone for it. Rana asks Rana.
That can be close if there is no bat. The bat edge is the only thing under consideration. And did anyone predict 15?
I don't know if anyone predicted 15, but that's a good shout. So basically, Harshit Rana has asked Nitesh Rana for the DRS, and I don't know if the umpire is called Rana, but that would have been cool. Arey yaar, why did KKR drop Umesh? Koi to Dinda Academy representation karna chahta hai power play mein. Wow. Now. Hello, sunshine.
That's a wicket for Harshit Rana.
Wake up and smell the coffee, Harshit Rana. He is happy. I hope umpire's call doesn't take it away from the boy. I hope it doesn't, so it shouldn't ideally, because look, it was an optical illusion that
it not only won't give him a wicket, it'll be 4 leg buys.
It'll be 4 leg buys. I mean, it'll just be more salt into the wound. But I think KKR are confident here. It's definitely not off the bat. Oh my God, it's off the bat. They can't believe it. They cannot believe it. We cannot believe it. Do we all need new eyes?
It's even worse. It's now 4 runs. It goes against his name as well as a bowler. Oh my God.
Wow, that just like opened him up. I'm just thinking to myself, like, how? Rana can't believe it. Both of them, that is. Pandya also knew he was gone, and then he was like, oh, he's still there. And Kirsten knows it as well. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Just GT things.
And it was giving us hope. But look, heartfelt for the lad, 19 Gill. And he carves it away for 4 more, so he takes away MS's prediction and mine in that one shot. No 19, no 21. Unfortunate. And he doesn't get 4 buys, he gets 4 runs because That's just madness,
Chalo,
honestly.
sahi hai. At this rate, Gujarat will be able to finish this game before the next one starts, even after a delay of 45 minutes.
Oh my God, really? Actually, they could, right? Which is madness. Hardik Pandya loves that. What is your opinion on players like Gill coming in as impact player? How are they selected to be impact player? Won't that affect their feeling if the player just comes into bat? Vignesh Nandakumar.
I think Vignesh, Gill injured his finger while fielding. Was it against KKR themselves? There was one game where he was standing at slips and he hurt his finger. And since
LSG,
then,
I think.
Yeah, since then, no, it was before the LSG game. Way
Oh.
before. It was very earlier in the season.
Huh.
Since then, they have sort of made him this impact player. Otherwise, Gill is a very good fielder to not have in
Correct.
the field.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it comes down to that because
Yeah.
I don't think they're looking at Gill.
Yeah, because if you look at Gill, Faf, you'd want them in the field. Right?
Correct. I mean, you understand to a certain extent Raidu, for example. Why? Because he's solely an impact batter who is probably a liability in the field, even though has a good pair of hands, I should say. Maybe
Yeah,
not the
Amit
most
Mishra.
nimble. Amit Mishra and stuff, a no-brainer. And again,
Oh.
action replay. I mean, Harshit Rana, 4 4s he's conceded in this over. You got a feel for the lad. He nearly thought he got Gill, but Gill's got him in the end. And 27, he swiftly moved on to Shubman. So let us know in the comments, by the way, if you guys are just joining us, how much Shubman Gill will score in this match. Let us know in the comments and stand a chance to win merchandise from cricket.com. It's fantastic merchandise. So all you need to do is comment and like this video. बच के Gill captain है मेरा आज से Babu Rao. And मेरा captain सा है Babu Rao. So both your captain and my captain are batting out there right now. Hopefully it's a 10-wicket win. We can both celebrate. I mean, I'm guessing you have Saha, right? And I have Gill. So I've just not captained him. I've captained Saha and you must have done vice versa. Also, guys, let us know if KKR will make the playoffs. That's the question even going around on Twitter saying KKR hai tayar top 4 ke liye and all of that. Shambles. GT ne umpires khareed liya. Why? That was plum.
True.
Have they bought it? Have they bought it? Have they bought the IPL? Have they bought the IPL?
What does your research say? Who are the teams who have bought the umpires? Because GT can't be the only one. Na?
It's Ambani's. The Ambani's, lad.
Ambani's and the Adanis.
Ambani's and the Adanis and the Modis, the Shahs. No, we love them all. We honestly love them. What would we do without them? It's literally their world. We're just all living in it. Honestly, we're all living in
Like
it.
the way for was Saha.
But
Not the Srinivasans.
Not the Srinivasans. Actually, Srinivasans as well. I mean, there was another DRS with Dhoni, right? Did you see the other one with KKR CSK where he came out of bat and that they reviewed it for the no ball? He reviewed it. And it was not a no ball, but then the trajectory suddenly went up. And I was like, when did that happen? When did that happen? 34 runs, Gill saying Prashant Guru, who has KL Rahul silencing as a celebration, as a picture. Finally, some spin on, and surely spin it to win it. Will KKR be thinking right now? And Varun Chakravarti, why can't you bloody do these things, what you did against RCB, man? You got Maxwell and Faf out that day. Get these guys out and show your worth, right?
Why is Saha or Gill hai? Oh, fact, Maxwell or Faf.
Oh, God.
What are you talking about, dude? I mean,
pedigree players, proven players. Bachchas hai, why Gill sabhi? Okay, anyway, I'm just joking, obviously. I think they're just going to be content running around right now because 180 in the Chinnaswamy, I beg your pardon, the Eden Garden is literally 140 elsewhere generally. Let's quickly take these numbers because this man, as much as we kind of run out of adjectives to keep going gaga about him, you look at those numbers, absolutely sensational. Most fours against spin in IPL since 2022, and he's right up there. He's surpassing the likes of Warner, Tripathi, KL for that matter, even Josh Butler.
No RCB player in that list.
1 second.
As expected.
As expected. I mean, not that many four-hitters. Kohli might be there, but last year he was shambles. Maxwell didn't have a good season last year. I think sixes, maybe Karthik would probably be there.
Against spin?
No, maybe not
no
against
chance.
spin. Who is good? Yeah, no one.
No
one.
And
Maybe AB back in the day. Ring out his stats from 2015.
Teams would just bowl 16 overs of spin against RCB wherever they play now.
Seriously. LSG on Monday night might be the blackest pitches of them all. Gambhir would tell the curators, bhai, I don't care. Let there be cobras coming out in the 7th over also. Snake pit banwa de. I'm telling you, I don't want Virat to score any runs. It'll be madness.
Hardik going restless in the dugout. He wants to bat.
He is. Remember the last time you and me were doing the KKR GT game, and then we spoke about how Varun Chakravarti has never bowled to Gill, right? Until now.
Yeah, until now.
Until now, obviously. So that was
Oh,
one of
even
the
in the
matchups.
last game, he played really well against Varun Chakravarti. In fact, yeah.
He took it to him, and I think he might do the same this time around. And like I said, chasing 180, and you're already getting a cushion of 40-50 in the power play, you're going to canter home. I mean, they don't even have to bring out Miller and Tewatia and all these guys tonight. It's just going to be like an 8-wicket win by the looks of things. Oh, it's just as I say that, nearly put the markers. And a little bit of luck going Gujarat's way, but they'll take that.
When it hasn't.
When has it not? Yeah, that's true. That is true. By the way, speaking of LSG, I don't know if you know this, Vijay Daya liked one of our tweets.
Yeah.
Good on you, Vijay Daya. Honestly, good on you. Chandrakant Reddy, good evening, sir. Controversial opinion. Buys and scoop shots should be made illegal to make it an even contest, by the way, I mean, between bat and ball. Thoughts?
Okay, I understand the argument for buys. I don't really understand the argument for scoop shots. Scoop shot is skill, right?
Yeah, and it's high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
I fully agree with those thoughts as well. Buys at times you just feel for.
I think buys in limited overs, actually, that's a very good shout because buys was essentially used in test cricket for bowlers who are bowling those wayward lines.
Yeah.
Because usually wide नहीं देते हैं, but ODIs में और white ball cricket में तुम wide तो वैसे भी दे ही देते हो if the bowler is getting way off the mark. So why just penalize them if the batter is not able to hit? So I'll be very okay if buys are done away with. Even leg buys for that matter are done away with in limited overs cricket.
Oh, Sa's taking it to Russell, but Russell might be gifted his wicket.
Oh.
Yes, happy birthday, Dre Russ. Yup, he can clinch his fist with absolute glee because KKR have got a breakthrough, and it is one of their own, sadly enough, with the Saha. But look, 41 for 1, 4.1, they can't ask for a better start chasing 180. But it's again that man, Andre Russell. What will KKR do without him? What will KKR do without him, honestly? Does it with the bat, does it with the ball, and Harshit Rana will accept his first ever IPL catch ever in his career. But Saha
can't be that sure, yaar. Ho sakta hai pehle catch liya ho.
No, his debut.
No, he's played last season.
Oh, has he played last season? Oh shit! Then apologies to all the times I said in this Watchalong that he made his debut. Sometimes I think I just might jump the gun with a few things. But look, a breakthrough and a Hardik will come out to bat. I still don't think this is a good position for Hardik.
Yeah, Hardik mentioned in that GT podcast that Nehra ji told him that मैं तुझे captain भी बनाऊंगा और 4 पे batting भी कराऊंगा.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's Ashish Nehra's decision as per Hardik, not his own.
Let's in fact run a poll on YouTube, Shaurak. Put out this question, right? For all the viewers watching. Most frustrating batter to watch in IPL 2023. Okay? We'll go for KL Rahul, Prithvi Shaw, Hardik Pandya, and one more. Give me the one more. Hardik Pandya only because, dude, like...
DK?
Yeah, and DK. But DK is washed. DK is washed, bro. Let's be honest. So, who's the most frustrating? KL, Shaw, Hardik Pandya.
Let's just go with 3.
Yeah, let's just go with these 3. These 3 for sure. Who I can't think of anyone else who comes to mind. Rohit? No, can't really blame Rohit, right? Kishan?
डाल सकते हो यार रोहित किशन को तो किसी भी इस तरह के पोल में डालिए.
Kishan, let's put Kishan because Kishan had a big price tag. Rohit also does, but Kishan is a new gen and all of that shit. So essentially, we're asking you this, viewers, who has been the most frustrating to watch, okay, in IPL 2023 as a batter? KL Rahul, Prithvi Shaw, KL Rahul, Prithvi Shaw, Hardik Pandya, and Ishan Kishan.
And the reason we are not putting Rohit in that list is we are talking about players who are still relevant in this format.
Oh, daggers being unleashed. What a shot that is for no run by Shubman Gill. He knows it. He could have just literally played it anywhere that he wanted to. And as we speak about Prithvi Shaw and company, they are going to be hosting the Hyderabadis tonight. And what a game that was, remember? Everyone called it relegation fodder and all of that shit. But that was a 6-run, 7-run win to DC the last time around. So DC, look, onwards and upwards for them, man. If they kind of get some wins under their belt, they could still be making some noise from the bottom to the top. And they're playing at home tonight. So, Shub, I don't know if you're watching this, my friend. Good luck to you and Gurkirat as well. And Shub, by the way, good on you for making it to NDTV, lad. Never thought that day would come, but things the world aren't ready for yet. 53 score, Shubman Gill saying, Dadawala Vamsi Krishna. DVK. I mean, yeah, I mean, he might well on get 88 not out by the looks of it. It's an absolute shit pitch, shit attack, former team. And Eden Gardens, great place to score runs. Why wouldn't he get runs? Shubman Gill, Kolkata mein, 400 run. 16 matches mein. Or
leading edge.
oh my God, just throw in a dive, man. Jagdishan, you
No,
sick fuck.
No.
Sorry. Sorry. I mean, essentially, bro, we saw Saha. If Saha was there, he would have done it. Any other keeper would have done it. So
it's like,
there's no getting away with it.
but I mean, we are harsh sometimes, but this is like uncalled for. This is the harshest.
Bro, he can throw himself a dive.
No, it's too far off.
Oh my God.
Too far off.
Look, Russell's also really ridiculed by that. I mean, I think we saw, who was it earlier in the tournament who took an absolute, who collided with the keeper also. Saha, I think it was. He collided with short fine coming through. There was one crazy catch for that. And a misfield as well. It's just not KKR's day, and it trickles away for 4. And apologies, dude, to Jagdish. But look, at the end of the day, we do watch alongs because we're frustrated as cricket fans. We want games to be closer. We want players to give their 100%. And he's already doing things with the bat. Anyway, Warner played the worst innings in KL. Exclude that innings from him, saying Prashant Guru. KL is taking more criticism than any other player. He still plays good knocks. Prashant Guru is an avid KL fan, let alone KL Rahul advocate. But we love it. We love it. But yeah, just pissed off at that last missed opportunity. Gill will score 100. Bold prediction from Narain 1-2-3.
But has there been anything more comical in the field than that Rajasthan, everyone coming to the square,
no,
3 people colliding at the end of the day, Bolt taking
So that is basically the opposite of the Syed Ajmal show Malik drop, where everyone's leaving it and then there's one literally diversion and convulsion, literally.
That is amazing.
Amazing. I mean, Narain 1-2-3 going on to say Gill scoring 100. So if he does in this IPL, then think about the 2023 he's had, bro. Double 100 in
Already.
ODIs. 100 in tests.
5 months in 2023.
Mad. Bro, that is mad. He's not got an IPL ton, right? I think he's had a high score of 90 or something.
Not that I recall.
Yeah, just confirm that, guys. Shubman Gill's highest score in the IPL so far.
Yeah, I mean, but talking about turns, I think Jaiswal should have gotten there. And even Gurbaz should have gotten there today. Not that those milestones matter for us, but for them and as a spectacle for the broadcasters to keep replugging them, because everyone tends to forget the 80s and 70s, but people remember the 100s.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And in Shubman's case, 96 is what our producer tells us. So he's not got 100. And who knows if tonight is a night. Imagine that'll just be salty for KKR fans to swallow because they've lost Shubman Gill, who was really great for them whenever he played for them, especially in the ground and the stats that he has there.
I like this comment.
The only thing KL has in abundance is opportunities and not criticism. Yeah. It's a tweet. AA tweet that, honestly. Hashtag IPL, hashtag KL. You'll get a lot of retweets, I bet. I honestly bet. Anyway, 52 for 1, 5.3. They won the power play hands down. But look, if they can take any sort of inspiration, GT was 61 for 1. Sorry, KKR was 61 for 1 themselves. So it was that middle overs phase where they kind of got stuck.
Can Narayan be their Noor?
Yeah. And can Varun be their Rashid now? No one had to be their Rashid today. Who will be their little today?
Suyash.
Little
Suyash.
I mean, Suyash has got some good names out. He got Rohit out, I think. He got Rohit out. He's got DK out. He's got some good names under his belt. Good lad. Ooh, nearly a soft dismissal. Pandya knows it as well. So we'll be departing in 2 balls time, but really appreciate all the comments coming through and keep watching our channel and of course all the other content which is coming out this week. We have some fantastic reels and shots. I've tried to reach you guys out on Twitter regarding the prediction contest match. No response yet. I won in RR CSK.
Hey, Babura, can you let us know your Twitter handle? Because probably lost in translation.
Yeah, please. Once you do that, I think we can definitely get the merchandise across to you. And whoever else, I think Yogesh Markram might not be watching this broadcast, but I think even he won, we'll reach out to you as well. So, look, you guys can win today. Just tell us in the comments how much Shubman Gill's going to get tonight. And if you're accurate down to the tee, that is, you get a tee if you're down to the tee. Funnily enough, last ball of the power play. And Hardik is more than happy to just play Varun Chakravarti out. 52 for 1, 6 overs gone. KKR fans, look, don't lose hope because you guys were 61 for 1 and then ended 179 for 7. Let's see if there's a game to be had. To call the action further, it is, of course, going to be Akash Sivasubramaniam. But first up, as ever, Crick Crazy Nicks.
Though there is no rain, sky is always important. Let's get Akash on. Yeah, you see how good that is? It shows you that is in and it's sitting like this. So see, good stuff from designers as well. And yeah, decent start for Gujarat.
Yeah, decent start for Gujarat and a very good start for fantasy players. If you picked Russell as a captain, a wicket, nearly a second.
I said in the cricket.com live as well, right? Insta live that Russell, birthday boy, they just do things.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Saab would be disappointed. They've had a few failures, both of them. They haven't come good together. So that is something that Gujarat will want that happens very soon. But again, it's a problem of riches. And speaking of riches, it is the best bowler so far. After Varun, maybe.
Yeah.
For KKR, Suyash coming on.
But Varun has been slightly poor considering how he didn't have any fielders on the leg side and he tried to bowl it on his pads, which isn't very sane move. But
And
let's
again,
see.
there is
Another ball on the pads.
Stop it, somebody. Okay.
That's a 4.
Miller did.
Yeah.
Leg bites, okay. And yeah, that stat just sums up KKR's bowling in power play with pacers. Most wickets for a KKR pacer in power play.
Andre
Russell.
3
Economy
wickets.
9.8. Team Southie 1.
And then-
12.8.
And then the third is end of list.
End of list. Smart stuff. Anirudh also taking shots, which is good. That's how to get at ends. That's how to get when you have a side like that playing.
Exactly. That's what happens when you build a side like that.
Yep.
And they've
that kept a bit low.
yeah.
Interesting
and finally a good line from Suyash.
Yep. And of course, the second game, it might not get delayed, but yeah, I don't know how many people are going to watch Delhi SRH. I'm sure there is a Paji who's definitely waiting to watch that game, and which is why he'll be joining us very soon as well.
To cry about the game, or
I don't think he'll speak anything about it, and
Yeah.
because I'll pinch him, he'll pinch me about this class, so I'll keep quiet. And yep, Suyash Sharma comes on, shot one googly or a slider mode.
interesting. Yeah.
But again, Hardik started suddenly.
Is Harshit Rana like a cousin of Nitish Rana or something, or they're related? Because I remember some of the commentators even asking him, right? Aapka bhai kaisa hai? So I'm not sure if.
No, I'm not sure about that either. Let's see.
I think we'll have to wait till Gurkirat is on and ask him about
if he
Delhi
knows.
affairs.
Yeah, Delhi affairs. Possible. And yep, should kill after those good shots is 36 of 23.
Yeah. But again,
Let's see.
he did maximum damage in the power play.
Yep.
So it's now crucial for him to just rotate strikes. Because
Yeah.
if they don't do it, they end up in a situation where they might need.
And it's gone. That should be 4. Okay,
No.
single, well placed.
Oh, that's 4.
Rinku, bhaiya.
What have we seen? We have seen fielders do acrobatic stuff to prevent the boundaries, and he's just kicking it away for a 4. I mean, this is there has to be
Rinku
Virender Sehwag-esque move, right? Just
Nah.
kick the ball to the boundary. It's take a boundary. I don't care.
Wrong format for the assist. But
Oh, the left
he
boot.
literally kicked
The
it.
left boot.
Literally kicked
And the
it.
tongue
Suyash.
is out.
Yeah, as you see, 2 boundaries without any risk. And again, you don't have to do anything else. And just
As
do
the
that.
third boundary. No, just a single.
Oh, yeah. The camera is very...
8, 9, 10, 11
Interesting
runs of the over, right?
Yeah, without any risk.
Without any risk. Yeah, that's cruise mode for. And talking about cruising,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have the Paji on.
Paji
Paji
alert.
cam on. Yeah, he's here.
Yes.
So,
Salazar.
Paji, first up, is Harshit Rana related to Nitish Rana by any chance?
I don't think so because Cricinfo. I checked a few websites. I didn't find any relevance because once I was why I check. I actually didn't know. I was once visiting some records of Babar Azam. I found out that Babar Azam is actually a cousin of Akmal brothers, Umran
Yeah,
Akmal.
That.
yeah.
Umran. So I never knew that. So I sometimes visit that
He's
section.
he's the fourth Akmal brother that they never had.
Yeah, but no,
Get her
Harshit
catcher.
Rana, I actually checked a few websites. I didn't find anything, so I'm not sure.
Hmm.
But हाँ, Delhi में ये होता है कि हर कोई भाई होता है, like तू मेरा भाई,
Oh,
ये मेरा भाई, तो भाई का वैसा सा वाला
किसी
सीन हो सकता है.
किसी की बात, किसी की जान.
And Shubman Gill walks down to Naren, who's, I think this is probably one of his crucial spells because it's not that Gujarat have run away with this. They
Absolutely.
they have some hope in terms of if they get one here, and if Naren can strike here, then it'll just ease the pressure on Varun and Suyesh because Varun is bowled too. Suyesh has just come in.
Yeah.
And their bowling options are literally very thin. So
And Narayan is not probably barring both RCB games. I mean, the first game he was very good.
Yeah.
Barring that, I don't think he's been in excellent form. I mean, he's not been as potent as usually he is. So it's a big game for him as well.
I think there's a record about 5 games continuously. It's happened for the very first time that has gone wicketless in 5 games in a row. The last time it happened was 4 games way back in 2020. So
2020, yeah. So that says a lot about
both the good and bad.
Kolkata's bowling attack because they just have Russell bowling in the power play getting 3 wickets.
Yeah.
And apart from that, they have a Narayan who's not been at his effective best. So
But what would you put it down to?
What? Lack of wickets in the power play?
No, Narayan's lack of potency or like why is he not able to take so many wickets? Or any as of now?
Again, what I was saying about Rashid early on, there's obviously that factor, and I think he's had trouble bowling to left-handers. Against left-handers, he has an economy rate of 11, and left-handers have really sorted him out, and that has probably played a part. Apart from that, I mean, coming to the KKR bowling attack, it's very strange how they literally went in without any bowler to bowl in the power play. Harshit Rana, he's not proven. You had Vaibhav Arora, you played him in one a game last time,
game,
and I think he only bowled 1 over in that game, if I'm not wrong.
Both him and Umesh bowled only 1.
And then they dropped him.
And then you dropped him, and they're playing. I think they brought in Shardul for him. And Shardul's not into the attack, so it was very strange. I was just looking at their bowling attack, and I was thinking, if there is swing available, who are their best bets to bowl in the power play? Because Russell also isn't a swing bowler. He's someone who can bang it into the pitch and can bowl that heavy ball and rush the batters. But you don't look for you don't go to Russell when you're looking for swing. So, like Nikhil says, it's a very random team. You really don't know what is their thinking, what are they, and I don't know. I mean, if they actually wanted, they could have even played or risked playing Kulwant today because left arm seam. It's a matchup option against Shubman Gill, but they didn't. So really don't know what their plan is at this point of time. It just seems to be that they hope that spinners work and then everything else will just look after itself. I don't know really.
Because even in the Chennai game, I think David Weezer bowled in the power play and he went for 11 runs or something. And then he never bowled in the power play. So it's I don't know. Are they applying any sort of logic or consistency in applying a logic? I don't know.
So KKR is one team that it personifies what I say a few times about T20 cricket is having options doesn't necessarily mean that there is quality. They have 8-9 bowling options. They have 8-9 batting options, but there aren't enough quality options for teams to be to be under pressure. I mean, it's very hard to put down or look for some kind of explanation as to why a few things have happened, and because like for that Shardul move, even though Nikhil and I disagreed, but there was still one line of logic that you could have said, okay, that this makes sense, right? But so many things I mean, just
Okay.
It is the
That's it. That's what happens when you speak so much logic about Kolkata. That even the nets shuts down. That okay, this is too much sense
So it's
for
it's,
Kolkata.
it's basically the second team after Delhi that Paji has gone speechless.
Yeah.
He's literally gone like, I don't know. I don't have words.
I don't have words. Yeah.
This is just a team that exists.
Yeah,
They're
and again, it just tells you how they are a champions. They are a championship winning side. I mean, they won 2 titles. So it's not that
Yeah, of
they
course.
don't know what it takes to, or what the setup was. You see, the setup that they had under Gigi was. You could see clear roles there. Here, as of now, it just feels that it's like, let's hope and inshallah, hopefully something will do.
Okay, at this point, let me ask you this question. Do you think them winning the championship sort of, okay, before that, right, there's not a lot of hope on the franchisee to sort of win something. But once they have won 2 titles, people look at them as the third biggest team after MI and CSK. Do you think somewhere that has let them down, or is it just them having bad auctions?
I think they are far too reliant on individuals, and they feel that because they did well when they won, they are the ones that you should always be having in your core, which is a fair way to go about it. But you need to build a team that complements them. What I feel they end up doing is we are building a team that is putting more pressure on them, that if they don't work, they're helpless. So instead of adding to them, it's like they're pulling them down. So which is why I feel it's weird, and maybe expectations of the owners, of the management is very different, because they let go of Gill. And again, just to quote them, if you can't change the man, change the man. So that's managed change is won a title.
And the man has changed.
See, I think that expectation point would have come in somewhere if they were a fairly consistent side making the playoffs. But they have not been a fairly consistent side either. They've been making the same mistakes in the auction that they've been making since the mega auction in 2018. If you look at it, they've lacked a death bowler for God knows how many years now. They've not had one reliable death bowler. Strangely, everyone was thinking that post the 2021 IPL they'll let go of Cummins, they'll let go of Saudi, but they went back into the auction and bought both of them. While they might have bought Cummins for half the price. But
and
what
Hardik
a
is,
shot!
of course, 10
What
and 10
a shot from
times
Hardik.
to go. Yep, that's what it had against Chawla, but didn't hit it well. Far more straighter and not in the air. Yeah, Baji, sorry.
It's very difficult to put a finger, like I keep saying about. It's very difficult to put a finger on what is going wrong when there are so many things going wrong. You look at the 4 players that they retained ahead of the mega auctions. 3 of them have injury concerns. If you are retaining 4 players, you want at least 2 of them to be robust, who are not injury concerns. And I'm not sure how their other franchises are going, TKR or others, but there's obvious if those are also doing poorly, then we probably know that it's a whole management issue and it's not just an IPL issue. I don't follow those other franchises enough to make a comment on that. But if they are struggling across the board, because I think in the ILT20 also they didn't really register a good finish. They were struggling. So if
I think
they are struggling,
bottom, right? They just won 1 or 2.
I think one game.
Yeah, one game.
I don't think I can recall reading a few tweets that TKR also didn't do well. Trinbago Knight Riders.
TKR bottom.
Yeah, despite the kind of resources that they had.
Puran, everybody they added.
So
Again,
that is
just adds to the fact that individuals alone can't always click together, and you can
make a team.
Even Mumbai did that in the SA20. They had possibly the best set of T20 players in their setup, but they didn't use them well. So, let's see how that works out. I think producer sir had something for us to share. So, sir, you can bring that on screen. We can talk about it while we wait for Hardik to take strike.
Hardik Pandya loves to play against KKR.
Yes.
Highest strike rate against KKR. And Hardik Pandya has a strike rate of 174.
Nice.
And
that's the best for him.
Yeah. Look at the names
best
in the list.
against KKR. Wow.
Yeah. Look at the names in the list, right? There is Prithvi Shaw, AB de Villiers, Quinton de Kock, Chris Gill. All of them who love just going after any sort of bowling. And then there is Hardik Pandya at 174.
Yeah.
Just says he brings out his A game,
Yeah.
A+ game against KKR.
It's also helped by the record that Mumbai held over KKR for a
KKR.
long time.
Yeah.
So the setup of MI in that time was so good that he always had the freedom to come in and just play his best natural game. So again, tells you a lot about both his natural game, the times then, and the role that is played for himself here. So let's see, 9 overs, 78 for 1. They're going okay, but the rate is now starting to pick up. It's about 9 now. It wasn't
9.
bad. Yeah, so let's see. Narang is back.
I just hope this doesn't become the kind of chase that Lucknow had versus Gujarat. I am having a bad feeling about it.
Oh, that could be very
interesting.
If GT gets GT'd.
So you're saying that Gill will be Rahul?
Oh.
Or you're saying Gill might be Rahul?
Could also Hardik could also be Rahul. You never know. I mean,
yeah, possibly. Let's see.
Never know. Maybe Hardik wants to support his friend. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just have
buddies.
That's
a bad ball.
That's a bad ball. Oh, well protected once again by Russell.
I just have a very strange and a very I can't explain
Stop trying to make sense. Don't try. Stop trying to make sense of KKR. It's not possible.
There's no logic there, but I'm just sensing for some reason something special is going to happen from KKR's end, and Gujarat might just shot.
Talk about something special.
Hardik is gone big.
Yeah, Hardik has launched it into the orbit. It's 90 meters, 95 meters probably, and that just sums it up, right? KKR cheerleaders sitting like this.
When was the last time we saw Hardik play a slog sweep for 6? I can't recall. I honestly can't recall. I'm trying hard to recall, but I can't.
They are giving better expressions than us.
We
should just get them on Watchalongs.
But it just again sums up everything. Narayan's poor form, Hardik slog sweeping him.
Right in where he hits.
Yeah, but okay. Interesting, Bogan. Still no Shardul. Again, can't make sense of it, but
let's see. Shardul? What
Who
is
knows?
he right now? Is he a batting all-rounder, bowling all-rounder, or just a player who is there just to fill the numbers?
Against SRH, he only bowled 1 over, right? At this venue. Yeah, see.
And I think, if I'm not wrong, he picked a wicket, right?
KKR have traded Shardul for Aman Khan. Who knows? They might want to use Shardul as how Delhi are using Aman Khan. A specialist number 8 or a pinch hitter not getting a ball.
Wow. And I can expect Shardul to do what Aman did,
If that happens, it would be very bad for those who picked him in their fantasy.
I'm sure nobody would have picked him knowing KKR. They're like, Shardul will not even bowl. There's no chance that he's bowling.
Both these teams are to pick a fantasy 11 when both these two teams are playing is very difficult, because with GT also you don't know the batting order. You don't know who's going to come when. You pick Miller and Abhinav Manohar is promoted. That's
the right time to plug in. Guys, please check our fantasy research center.
Yes.
So when you're having problems like this, that's the best place to go, and they'll suggest you the best team. Let's see what they have in store.
Yeah, you can check out the teams. They had Hardik captain, Varun captain, and so far it's gone well. The mega contest had Russell vice captain, which is again fair.
Yeah, of course.
So let's see. Lot of time, lot of game left. So of course it had Noor and Rashid.
If there is a game where you can't make sense, this is a place that you have to go where you will get exactly the team that you need for a win.
See, in fact, that's not all. I just want to add another thing. Sometimes, you're not entirely comfortable about just picking a team that someone else has made. So you want to see the numbers closely. So which is why I actually look at the player profiles in that research center, and I actually see the matchups and everything else.
Okay, seems like the toss has happened in the other game, and Hyderabad have opted to bat by the looks of it.
Okay, interesting call. Interesting move that.
Maybe 2 points for Hyderabad today.
He's just jinxing. That's what he's doing.
You can see the smoke.
Yeah, Chandrakant Reddy, he goes on to say, batting first team winning 9 in a row now. Law of averages gone for a toss. Yeah, we just saw that. Don't make it 10 for the love of Sachin. Okay, let's see.
Oh, Sachin.
I don't believe in reverse jinxes and all. I genuinely said, and I said this in the preview, whenever that Delhi bit is played, that if Delhi end up winning 5 out of 14, it's a bad thing for them in the long run. They've
Okay.
constructed
Okay.
the squad so poorly that if they lose a few games, it might just be better for them in the long run.
Yeah, and again, another interesting move. Harshit Rana is coming on to bowl his third over.
Third over. Still no Shardul Thakur.
Yeah, maybe he'll bowl 4 from one end.
But again, is that the best?
I don't see.
Yeah.
Why are you
Sorry,
even
sorry.
attempting? Yeah, please.
Let's not go there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guilty of trying to make. This is the time where we'll not even think about who can bowl in the last 5 because we don't even know.
So this match is basically vibes versus vibes.
Yeah. This is Nehraji birthday. This is birthday Davi.
But
Nehraji birthday and Russell birthday. Whoever birthday is better, they get the better cake.
whoever cake is better.
Cake is better. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is actually a good match to study. To study how reliable can probability and permutation and combinations can be.
Yep. Because you can't predict anything here. The team has started well and they've slowed down a bit. The rate is still not something that would trouble them because of the batting depth, but they have still not gotten ahead of the game.
Yeah.
So they are just staying with the rate as of now. So let's see when they.
Important update. Akil Hussain is playing for, which is a very good move. Akil Hussain is playing for SRH. So that's why I said possibly 2 points for SRH today.
Oh, trying to make too much sense. Too many things are happening which we don't predict. Akil Hussain.
Oh God, that's how is that? Gone.
He's just walked in front of it.
This is very similar to the Gill non-dismissal.
Yeah, Gill non-dismissal, or if he was a Delhi Gale player, we might have a leak online as well that the coaches asked Hardik to not shuffle, but Hardik shuffled and got LBW. So
what a wicket.
And Harshit Rana again.
We kind of not doubted, we just like why? And then now we know why.
Yeah, of course.
He was my fantasy captain. He was fantasy
captain of everybody, even himself. That's why he bowls and bats everywhere.
Horrible. But how can you miss this straight delivery?
And how क्या answer ही नहीं है? GT KKR में there is no answer. बस है, accept it and move on.
He is accepted it. See, he is like gone.
In control the controllables, there are 2 exceptions: KKR, LSG, and now you can add Hardik Pandya there. Or GT.
We should just plug in that meme that there's this sick guy in turban who says "Hum bole to bole kya, kare to kare kya."
Yeah.
The whole watch along for this game should be that. Bole to bole kya, kare to kare. It's just
बिल्कुल.
Height.
Who comes on now, Vijay Shankar or Abhinav Manavar?
I think Vijay Shankar will walk in because they've used him as somebody who can
hit pace,
and they've used Abhinav Manohar as a finisher. So I'm not sure if they'll change, because GT are not a team that will change this thing, right? It's pretty much set.
Are you sure?
In terms of batting, at least, they're pretty much set. So it's like, if a wicket goes, it doesn't matter which over, Hardik Pandya will walk out.
Okay, Vijay Shankar it is. Well done.
Yeah.
6 games, 148 runs, struck at 154.
Is he the 3D player that we are looking for?
Yeah, that's why we are missing those glasses as well. 10.4, 89 of 56 needed. I'm sure Suyesh is going to come on to bowl next. And this is where, in the previous game or the one back in West Mumbai, Gill got out very quickly. Hardik got out and Gill got out trying to take on spin. So let's see. Kolkata will want that to happen. And you have Abhinav Mora practicing, like how it reminds me of Robin Uthappa doing it. Just made it very mainstream to see that happen at the sidelines. But yes, Rana has done his job so far. Got the big wicket of Hardik. And let's see how we can close this over. There is a fly slip. Oh, good defense. Dot. Nice.
Okay. It's a dot. Too much happening in a dot.
Yeah, I sense it. The equation will be around 80 to get from 8.
18-8.
Oh, so you're saying they'll throw 9 runs in the next 12 balls? They're like 56 left, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're saying that's
more
or
balls,
less?
8 balls. I think they'll take it easy. They wouldn't really want a wicket to fall.
Okay.
Fair call. Maybe that's the time where Kolkata can not sneak in an over, but look to get a wicket.
Or maybe they could even sneak in an over if they want to.
But then I think wickets are the best way to stop
I'm saying they could sneak in an over of Shardul Thakur.
Yeah, you can't sneak in an over of Shardul Thakur.
Of
Sorry.
course, Dhoni
No.
sneaked in overs of Shardul Thakur.
Dhoni has sneaked in careers of people, but anyways, let's not get there. Let's see if it is Shardul or Suyash.
Dhoni sneaked in careers.
That's what I just said. He has sneaked in careers, which again speaks volumes of everybody involved. But yeah, let's see who comes on now.
Yeah, let's see if we can actually predict the randomness. We've sort of struggled to predict the randomness, but
Yeah.
I think we're getting a hang of it. It's just 13 overs in the second innings.
Yeah.
That's it. We're just getting a hang of it now.
Yeah, and by the time we'll get better at it, we'll be subbed out, which is again the right
by
way
then
to
the
go.
game will be over. By
No.
then,
Ripal Patel is also playing. Priyam Garg is also playing for Delhi today. Wow.
is he the opener?
And he's slated to bat at number 6.
Oh,
But he knows SRH inside out. Paji, yeah, these are different tactics. What do we know? And Narayan it is. Let's see.
Narayan.
The lights are
Narayan
on.
versus Shankar.
Wow.
It's a great battle.
Full ball driven. Let's see if Gill looks to take him on or is happy to take that one boundary and just rotate. Let's see.
No, he would want to take that one because milestones matter, right?
Let's see. That's what this Watchalong has been reduced to now.
Milestones.
87 or 53. Gill will go over covers.
Let's see what
go.
happens.
Shot!
Oh, shot, boy!
That's a 6.
No!
Oh my God! What a wicket!
The cameraman is high.
Narayan.
He's showing all over the place.
And just as we discussed, Sunil Narayan gets the wicket. Hardik Pandya, Gill get out consecutive overs.
That's
There is
it.
some sense.
Yeah, some sense prevailing.
By the way,
And
Gill was out to Narayan even in Ahmedabad as well.
yeah,
Yeah. As of now, to me, just even that little bit of randomness that I could predict is
enough.
all is well.
Yeah.
All is well. We are watching the right game.
Like I said, this game has just a very weird vibe. Out of nowhere, Gujarat might just lose their way, and
Yeah, which is good for the tournament in that way. Which
Yeah,
is
of
good for
course.
the tournament. If you
I
have,
wanted KKR to win.
But who would have predicted after the auctions or before the tournament that KKR will or could do a double over Gujarat?
Yeah, I mean,
see, this has been a season of doubles. RR has done that already to
Yeah.
CSK. KKR did that to RCB, bro. Who would have predicted that?
That still has a lot of logic involved to it because Bangalore can't play spin, and both the pitches that they played KKR on were slightly on the slower side in comparison to what the average pitch that you get at Chinnaswamy or Eden. So there was still some logic to it, but I don't think Shardul's knock had any.
that's also part of the game. Exactly.
So, you can't miss that. Yeah, he's Lord for a reason.
Multiverse of randomness.
Multiverse of randomness.
I think Shardul scored as many in that game than he scored in the last entire season for Delhi.
Possible. And he may never get to bat also with the way that they are going. He will get to bat, but not sure about the score. Oh, boy, that came in nicely. I'll actually get Varun next over. Or Suyash, maybe. You have Suyash, you can keep Varun for Tewatia and Rashid.
High risk, high reward.
Because they get one now, Miller or Shankar, then this is
the real test for Tewatia is.
Yeah. And of course, he can still do it because he's Tewatia. But again, good viewing. This will end well while the other game drags along in some other part of the country. And yeah,
I'm sure this, even if this game goes to 40 overs, it'll be more interesting than the other game. So
let's not. I don't know. I can't say anything with KKR involved. So I'll just say, Mom, while Narayan. Oh, bye. He played 300 shots. Tried to sweep. Eventually got the way to get the boundary.
So he's bowled. This is what, a leg spinner? So he's bowled 2 leg spinners to him and then an off spinner in between. Wow.
But yeah, eventually just got enough bat on it to get it to the boundary because I don't think he picked it.
This is a seam up.
Oh, bye.
Ooh. This is a real mystery for us. We are also trying to decode
Decipher,
it.
yeah. Do you think Nitish Rana will come on?
No. I think he might go to Varun or Suyash in the next show.
Fair call, fair call.
Oh, misfield, but they can't capitalize on that.
And Babu Rao goes on to add a very interesting point. This is why playing for milestones is important. Yes, to each his own.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I'm sure some people will come out and say that 49 is as good as a 50, like how they say for a 100. 99 is as good. It is not. It doesn't count as 100. There is a difference.
Gill must be absolutely livid with himself. He got out similarly in the last game too after Gustav. Yeah, that's
Yep,
what Pranav
exactly.
just discussed.
This Gill is also livid with himself for why he chose to support Delhi. But yeah.
Again, you're trying to make sense.
Fast. Yeah, exactly.
Don't try. This is
a-
not the day for it. But yeah, hopefully better days ahead.
So who's on to bowl? That's the question. Is it Suyash or Varun Chakravarti?
Yeah,
I mean,
Varun
that's what
might be
we,
too
one of
early
the
for
two,
Varun.
right?
Yeah.
One of the two we predicted.
And
so
they are showing us the 11. So it's Brook, Mayank, Tripathi, Abhishek, Klassen, Makram.
So-
Samad, of course, because no Sundar,
So
Akhil,
Mayank,
and the rest four.
so it'll be 20-40 and Mayank will still be playing for Sunrisers, even if he doesn't score a run. So
But
it's
don't
not
know.
going to change.
And Suyash it is. Oh, bowling wide. Oh, almost tempted him into that loft.
Googly up front.
Yep,
Let's
well
predict
bowled.
what he's going to bowl next. Another Googly.
Uh,
He literally bowls like half Googlies, half
yeah.
leg spinners.
so they are all Bishnoi WhatsApp group members. That
Telegram
channel. Let's see.
Yeah, but-
Maybe a long one called or a proper six down the ground. Let's see.
Line might be different. He might just go for a googly only, but line might be different.
Oh,
Yeah, flatter one.
just a
slightly.
single.
Just a single, yep. Let's see. Shankar has looked to go downtown most often. Let's see if he picks the googly and goes with the line or is stumped
But
or something.
he
Let's
is
see.
not. That's the thing, right? With Suyash, it's easier to pull him than go downtown.
Yeah,
Because of the
course.
line he's bowling.
Yeah.
So I mean, line and length he's bowling.
Yep. Let's see what.
That's what Chennai did well that day. I mean,
Yeah.
Chennai could do that well, but this is not that great a
For a-
batting surface.
For a side that could dominate Rashid Khan, I'm sure they would be planning better
Yeah,
against
of
Suyash.
course.
So, yep.
Let's see
Let's see where Vijay goes here. Suyash comes in, bowls a flighted one, and yeah, he's
Another
just
googly.
looking to drag it.
and
should
that's
be
a couple.
Yep. Rinko covers up. Thankfully, no assist there. And yep. 81 of 79 of 45, close to where
So
Pai
he's
was
bowled
saying.
3 googlies.
Yeah.
Now the
I don't
last
think
3
he's
is
gonna-
leg spinners.
That's the stat that they're showing. Suyash Sharma 2020 से Googly पे 67% wickets ले रहे. So again, something that we discussed, something that we know that happens with him usually. And yep, let's see whether he bowls another one or tries to beat us as well with a leggy.
No, I think he'll bowl a leggy. Because he's bowled 3 googlies, right? So he has to bowl a
maybe
leggy now.
expecting one. Let's see.
And
And he's
yes, that's a
leggy. It
leggy.
is well done.
Next
the
two
randomness, the randomness is reducing for all of us combined. Let's see. Another leg spinner, or now you want to go for a googly?
No, another leg spinner. It's worked for him, right? And
Okay.
then last ball will be googly.
Required rate has almost reached 11.
11, yeah.
Yeah. I can sense a loft coming. Let's see where it is.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Another-
can't take a single from there, sir. Okay.
Okay, googly incoming. This
Yep. Last ball, wicket alert, whatever chance alert, unless they want to play him out. And can they actually play out to him?
They
and
have
Varun,
one
no.
more over, no?
Yeah, and there
Yeah,
is
it's
Varun
very tough,
too.
yeah.
And of course,
And
you
then
have
Sunil
Russell.
Narain as well.
Yeah, and there is Narain who's bowling well.
Yeah.
Bowling seam up today, learning from Sikandar Raza, it seems. Let's
Not
see.
the other way around.
Not the other way around. And yeah, he's
Oh.
tried to drag that
Good over.
one.
This is another leggy,
Yeah,
right?
top over.
I think
Top. How many
I
offenses?
think
4?
now Varun should come. No, he's bowled
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. Yep. I think one of Varun now, and then you take a call with Narain later. I think I'll hold back Suyash for one more because you have to get Miller here. So
I mean, just
Actually-
a suggestion. Could
yeah.
they bowl Russell?
yeah, I was actually getting to that because I think Miller has good matchup versus Russell. Well, he doesn't have a good matchup versus Russell. So let me just check it, of course, on the cricket.com app.
We have a comment. It's I don't know. IL. What is it? One. Yeah, one of the 3. We are. It's basically like we said, randomness, and this comment is a randomness.
Yeah. Just adding to it. So, okay. From what I see, it's 18 balls, 26 runs, and 1 wicket. I'm sure there is other data which I'm not able to recollect as of now. But okay, it's not Russell. It is Narain who's going to bowl out.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Narain versus Miller again. I mean, potentially that's the matchup they're looking at.
Yeah,
So
let's see if
Abhinav,
Shankar takes him on.
yeah, that's possible.
So
So we have a question from Abhinav Gupta. We'll start with Gurkirat. What do you
Yeah.
make of Gill Hardik partnership? When they bat longer, they add more pressure to the other batters. Do you think that's true?
It is. I mean, I don't think it's just down to intent. It's just that Hardik has been trying to up the ante, but he's struggling. And then there was a phase where in between KKR bowled well, so they just wanted to play out that period and then go big. And if you look at it, Gill got out while trying to go big. Hardik, had just hit a six, and his dismissal is just difficult to explain because he's basically missed a straight ball and been out LBW. So I think we need to wait a little more and look at a bigger sample space before we come to a conclusion that they are putting pressure or not. But yes, ideally, why they've dropped Sudarshan and brought in Vijay Shankar is because they don't want another anchor batting with Gill. But Hardik, for some reason, has not been able to accelerate in the power play itself. So I'm not sure if it's entirely down to intent or maybe he's struggling for form or wants to just look at a few balls. I don't know, but it feels like that he's trying to go big, just wants to take 5-6 balls, but it's not happening for him.
Interesting aspect that, but yeah, again, it's very pretty much what we discussed that if you drop Sai for a reason, why would Hardik then go on and do the same thing? So let's see how they go ahead, or whether it's the nature of the deck or what. That dude! Wow, how did that miss the stumps? It was so close.
And Hardik is feeling the heat.
I don't think he is.
I mean, his team has clearly had one get out of jail card.
Yeah,
It's only one is allowed a season, so they've
they
already
had too many last season. Actually.
No, that's why this season there's only one minimum of one allowed, just like impact player rule. So they've got one already. So
but so far, Naren, credit to him, he's bowled decently. At least kept the runs down, if not taken a lot of wickets.
Not Naren, it's Varun.
Okay, sorry, it is Varun. Yep. Okay, did they actually they showed Naren?
They showed Naren. They are also expecting Naren to bowl, and then there's like Varun Chakravarti who is bowling. Which is
why am I getting this action wrong? It is not Naren, and then say, okay, yes, it is Chakravarti.
And AA goes on to comment or say it will be good for the tournament if GT loses. Yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of any of the top three as in like Chennai, Chennai, RCB or Rajasthan, then this is a result you want. That eventually just seals the place, right? Because now more or less Rajasthan are sealed of a top 2 spot because they already have such a difference over other teams. Yeah,
but I still think there are ways to keep them down. But let's see what happens in the game tomorrow. It's a crucial one for Mumbai and Rajasthan both.
And now it just goes on to sum up what we were trying to say in the last since the middle over started. कुछ भी हो रहा है इस गेम में मजा
मजा का पता नहीं स्पेलिंग थोड़ा अलग लग रहा है मेरे को सजा मजा I don't know but Chakravarti last ball of this over
reminds me of that
that's a four yes finally that's a boundary.
You wanted Kolkata to win but you are cheering for a boundary.
No, but it's something happening, right? We can't be like that's another single, that's another
Namudit's comment is reminding me of that dialogue that बोला क्या है समझ नहीं आया बट सुन के अच्छा
लगा
बिल्कुल. And yes, just so that they can hear us more, they've extended the timeout and they've shown us the toss for the umpteenth time.
For no reason whatsoever, they have taken a strategic timeout because I don't know what strategy these teams are talking.
But invoices matter for everyone. Okay. So it is what it is.
Sorry.
Yep.
No, golden words like invoices cannot be repeated here.
Yep. But let's see, interesting call. Of course, out Sarfaraz and Aman Khan. Okay.
So
this is we're talking about the next game, which
so Marsh is back. I mean, Marsh is never.
Yeah, Marsh was never gone, and
Ripple
Patel is also there, right? Yeah.
Yep. Interesting times. Let's see what Warner has in store for his former franchise.
This is just basically just musical chairs. One day it's Ripple playing, one day it's Sarfaraz, one day it's Aman Khan, the other day it's Priyam Garg.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Maybe they should put out that clip as well, DC Capitals. That should be good to watch.
How many players have you not used? You can probably break Kolkata's
Kolkata's
record,
record.
right?
No, that's not going to happen because Vicky Oswal and Praveen Dubey, I don't think will get a game.
Only 2, right? There's still a
And
chance.
I don't think Ngidi will get a game.
Oh,
So there are-
Nagarkoti is also there. Yeah.
Nagarkoti is
Oh,
being
he's
played
got.
by Priyam
Yeah,
Garg.
yeah, of
So
course,
Correct,
of course. Yeah,
And it's got a game.
there
So
are
that
those
is
three. So there are those three, and then I think
Only 3, right?
I'm Khalil has played, Sakaria has played, Mukesh has
Yeah,
played,
yeah.
Prashant has played. I'm
Yes.
thinking of the batters who've been
I
in
think
the
all the
squad.
batters have played. Yastul
Yeah.
has played, Sarfraz has played, Warner has played, Shaw has
Of
played.
course.
I mean, no, I'm thinking of all batters. So
Mitchell Marsh has played.
Mitchell Marsh has played,
Russo
Roman
has
Powell has
played,
played,
Roman
Russo
Powell has played.
Yeah. So let's
Actually,
give
they might have beaten the record. They've already. If I can calculate correctly, I think they have played 12 players. 22 players. They have not played 22. Sorry.
22.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Let's
Something if Anirudh feels like he's interested to share that stat, be like, dude, there is enough randomness. Don't give me other nonsense.
If you think about it, from the first game where 11 played, where only 11 had played, to the 8th game where 22 players have played, it's roughly been 2 changes every game. Roughly, not exactly. It's not possible, but yeah.
So are they playing musical chairs?
Yeah, definitely. Or if they're not playing musical chairs, then they're making chits. They have 6 or 7. They have 6 or 7 spots reserved, and for the remaining 5, they are picking chits. Okay, let's.
Oh.
So then
Lakshmi Chitfund is back.
The good thing is if you are doing this, then you can't take the blame, right? You can say that it wasn't a decision by us, or you could say it was a collective decision, because the decision to do a chit fund is also collective, right?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. They can run away with the chit fund.
चलो लक्ष्मी चिट फंड की बात खत्म करते हैं and this US bowling out.
That's a quicker googly.
Yeah, I think
Or a
I don't think
quicker
it's a googly,
leggy?
just a leggy
Quicker
flatter,
leggy, yeah.
flatter on off, which is pulled. Let's see if Miller is the one who takes the first risk. They need 1 hit at least now, 68 in 35.
And Kolkata need at least 1 wicket right now. If they get a wicket,
Yeah, and also to be fair to them, they've kept 2 for Russell and 1 for everybody else. So they're still relying on their better bowlers now, as compared to throwing the ball to.
And Shardul is not bowled.
Of course, Shardul is not playing as a. I don't know what. And that's the first risk.
That's a 6. That's ups. That's
I
up
think
stop.
I think Shardul might just come and bowl that last over, and might just win them the game.
Oh,
bye.
This is like that play from India Australia warm up. Shammi bowling the last over.
Because he's the Lord. You have to trust the Lord, and he's Lord, and he's also random. And a lot of things in this game have been peak randomness. So why not that?
Yeah, of course. And
Fair call. Second ball is going.
another 6. Another 6. That's
this is
game
not
done
Gill
and
like,
dusted.
where we are calling a 6 and he holds out.
The cameraman's recovered from his late night outing.
Yep, 2 balls, 2 sixes. Yep.
Pranav goes on to say, what does that mean? Suyash is taking 67% wickets on Googly since 2020. He didn't play any professional game before this IPL, right? That data involves which games? I think that data involves only this year.
Yeah.
They're just showing for everybody since 2020. So
because you can't change the filter very often, and sometimes people don't want that filter to change.
So they're like, let's show the same. I'm sure they're not counting data from Gully Cricket. Otherwise, what he'll have more than that, right? Gully Cricket. 90% wickets of Googly.
Surely. So again, that is one of the things.
अगर गली क्रिकेट का डेटा है तो आई एम श्योर माय नेम विल आल्सो बी समवेयर इन दैट डेटाबेस.
It is not Gilly Cricket, it's Gully Cricket.
Correct. Let's see how this over ends. 2 sixes already.
I mean, that's already a positive, right? Big thing for Gujarat. They've kind of suffered in the last 2 overs, but they have now made it a Safarnama.
Oh wow! It is just how the game is. I can't wait for the next 3 balls to come in and get subbed out.
And Abhinav goes on to say, with Priyam Garg now, they have filled their 11 with ex-SRH players fully.
Wow!
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Wow!
Was that the auction strategy?
There was
Oh,
no
there-
strategy. That is, they fooled everyone in believing that there was a strategy.
No, that could be the strategy. Just pick SRH players.
Yeah, and interestingly,
Ooh.
if Suyash has a very straight long off for Miller,
Hmm.
which they
So-
showed on the screen, thankfully.
So Jagishan thinks he's Dhoni.
I don't know. I don't know. This is not the game. And wow, that is very, very interesting that they've switched to the next game
Yeah.
on air. So
Yeah. We
Yeah,
have to
not for
switch
me.
it.
I mean,
Of
No,
course
no,
not
we
for
are
you,
on
for
we are
us.
on Hindi.
yeah.
Oh
so,
no, they have returned. They've returned.
Wow, this is again random things happening in a random game. I have no clue. There is like sabun slow हो गया है, मेरा sabun बंद हो गया है.
This is like me walking into the board
But-
exam. I have no clue what this is.
I do want to make a point here, and you know, if we look at David Miller, shot,
Is it a four?
shot.
Oh, what a
Oh,
shot!
yes, and great camera angle again. Thank
Two
you so
sixers
much.
and a boundary. That's
The over and the game done.
12, 16, 17, 18 runs of the over,
And
and
the
there's
ball
one
left.
more delivery left. So
And,
this
yep.
is the over they wanted, and they would be chuffed to bits that it came against one of KKR's best
Better
bowlers.
bowlers. Yes, yes, for sure. And again, I don't think you can blame KKR there.
Hmm.
They have got the bowling order mostly in plan.
Hmm.
Of course, can't read too much into Shardul not bowling because I don't know why.
I'm
they
sure
picked him.
Shardul is going to bowl eventually. The 19th, as Gurkirat called it, 20th over, and he's going to win it. If that happens
Ooh,
eventually,
full toss.
this is where you heard it first.
Yep.
Then I should get some merchandise, no?
Yeah,
that
of course.
Yeah, of course. For
you'll-
supporting Delhi, at least, yes.
But for that, I don't need a merchandise. For that, I need some.
For that you need to burn your merchandise.
Yeah, maybe, but then, yes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I was making a point about David Miller. I mean, if you look at him since the last year, he's become very proficient in playing spin, and I feel it is majorly down to him picking the ball from the hand. Earlier, he didn't really have a lot of options, which was he would just rely on sweep. And same goes for Makram. Just goes on to show that once you start picking the ball from the hand, from a spinner, you open up so many options. You can access cow corner, you can access cover, you can obviously go straight down the ground, but you're just not thinking a spinner has come in and you just want to sweep everything, and that makes it very difficult for a spinner to also then stick to a line. So just feels so great to see how Makram and Miller have just improved against spin so much.
Yeah, hopefully Makram cannot pull the mockers there with Akshar Patel at the other end. But yes, thank you so much, Paji.
Time for a sweep. Thank you.
Clean
Thank
sweep,
you, Paji.
clean sweep. See you soon. Yep, that's Paji gone, and we should be gone too.
In
I absolutely love it when Gurkirat always has to go off. He hates it. It's almost like, oh my God, I can't be part of this broadcast anymore. Speaking of one, let's get Somesh right out right now. Right, so, I mean, while you walked in, we got a wicket when we came in the last time and we nearly got another wicket here.
I mean, क्या भाई आज कितनी बुरी फील्डिंग करोगे भाई? That should have been taken. Can't drop Miller.
Miller on the wall. Who's the shittiest of them all? Literally. And
Russell is livid.
Livid with Suyash, as Ravi Shastri would once say. 49 of 29, and the game's done and dusted, you feel. Just because historically Gujarat are serial chasers, you expect them to get over the line. Oh, for a second, I
Miller
thought
यार
mid-off is up.
कितने गेम जिताएगा गुजरात को यार? I mean, he has been their player of.
So who's better in terms of an overseas player in the last 3 years? Miller or Hetmeyer?
Over 3 years, Miller.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
It's a close one.
in my opinion, Miller has been the player of Gujarat Titans. He has been their best player.
That is
Because
true.
there are so many games where others have just not put them in a position to win, and he has come out of nowhere and just won them games.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. Gujarat Titans ke finishers. Wow. I mean, some great numbers over there. Oh, are they going to review this for a wide?
I think it hit his pads. Oh!
Yeah, I think it's his pads as well, but they might review it. Anyway, they caught brilliantly. Gujarat Titans are showing off a good little catch package here. But KKR, on the other hand, they should have held on to that Miller one. They really should have. Russell knew it, and so did all those fans sitting out there in the Eden. 47 of 28. And look, Vijay Shankar again, just playing the perfect foil. And who knows? Oh my God. I think that is an injury, dare I say, to the birthday boy, Andy Russell. It was
and then
thumped back at him, and he's clutching at his ankle, and that could hurt some.
That would hurt.
That should hurt, technically.
Should.
I don't know. The cameras are not showing replays of that. They're showing another Miller finish from last year where he smoked, who was it? Yeah, Chahal against RR in the same venue. The same venue? Yeah, the same venue. Oh, yeah, the playoffs, correct. So, look, Miller has been fantastic. We just hope that Andy Russell can continue bowling this over because I don't know if you guys saw it. He was got some treatment from the striker, but he's bowling. He's good. Nothing to really worry about. Vijay Shankar heaves it over the leg side and 6. I mean, sometimes you can close your eyes and predict whether it's going to go for 6 in these kind of grounds.
It was in the slot.
And man, you feel for KKR. You really do. I mean, essentially, think about it, right?
No, not really.
I mean, if they took that catch.
I mean, they could have been smarter. Usne 4 over kara liye hain. He's not a everyday cricketer, right? He's not played a first-class game. Uske 4 overs ho gaye. Opt for a better fielder. They are in their rights to do it. These are just cricketing smarts.
And that's where it comes down to sometimes basic logic and the lack of it at times. Gujarat seem pretty confident in their camp. I mean, they have some really crazy characters. We talk about, obviously, Gary Kirsten, Ashish Nehra, but don't forget the importance of someone like Vikram Solanki, who's a great cricketing brain. And they have different people in that setup. So Gujarat, I'm guessing, on their way for another playoff finish or crazy things can happen in the last 5 games.
I mean, talking about cricketing smarts, if you remember last game of RR with CSK, that's
heaved away for a second.
RR versus CSK, Ashwin got hit for 2 sixes of the first 2 balls by Shivam Dubey. Third ball, he took an eternity to ball that. He called in Samson, he just slowed the game down. They had a good chat in the middle, broke all the momentum, and the rest of the over was just like 2 more singles. That's it.
Wow. I mean, that is literally a classic example to cite. Now, I love this. We can do a multiple watch along, right? Because essentially, they're showing the DC SRH game as well. Hyderabad, remember, deciding to bat there. Some interesting changes. We just rubbed shoulders with Shubh, who is not happy with Delhi, saying words that we shouldn't say on this telecast. But who do you fancy? SRH, DC there? Oh, you mentioned it, right?
Yeah, on paper,
they
so
should
SRH
shoot
definitely.
each other.
DC have already done more than they should have. They won 2 games. So I think SRH have a better unit on paper. Finally, they are opening with the proper openers. They opened in the first game, both Mayank and Abhishek Sharma. The experiment of opening with Brook is over, but I would have wanted them to play Phillips instead of Brook. That man deserves a game, definitely. They've done one right thing of playing Akil Hussain in place of Markwe and
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. That's great. Vijay Shankar, he said, listen, Varun boy, I faced you multiple times in Tamil Nadu, for sure, and I will take a piece of you. Vijay Shankar striking at 285.7 in the last 4 overs and hasn't been dismissed yet. Or kya dekhna padega is IPL mein. I mean, Vijay Shankar got 63 of 24 in that last game against GT. Oh, beg your pardon, KKR. It was that game, right, where he went mad.
I think Shardul bowled at the death.
Shardul bowled at the death there, you're right. So 55-run stand, and it's onwards and upwards for Gujarat if you're joining us right now.
By the way, Shardul has played as a pure batter
and
today.
Again, so what is happening, man? Vijay Shankar.
Early finish.
Okay, based on form, and if the World Cup was after the IPL, you know what our Indian team would be looking at?
Yeah.
Rahane, Dubey, Vijay Shankar, 3, 4, 5.
Not bad.
Tewatia.
Who would open?
Jaiswal.
Because Jaiswal ek hai, but I mean, it'll be a tough time selecting a second opener because is any opener doing well? Oh, Kohli. Based on current form,
and Captain Kohli get the best of the youngsters. Everything mentored after literally a catch. Stuff great. Honestly, great. By the way, so there's no twist in the tail. 2 sixes now. Now, this fixture has given us 5 sixes in the over once. Can we see more hitting and more carnage from Vijay Shankar? Oh, he wanted it. He wanted
Varun
to.
has not taken a leaf out of Ashwin's book.
Yeah, literally. I
But
mean,
still,
he went down
Shankar is off strike.
the leaf of Kunal Pandya's book.
But I mean, let's face it, Hardik and Shubman really put GT in a losing position.
Spot of ball.
And then
actually.
Miller, as usual, bailing them out, and now Shankar in this over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, good on Gujarat for having so many players who can bail their anchors out.
That's why I think when you look at all those IPL reels, invariably you'll see Hardik and Miller, cuddle up with each other, KL and Stoinis, because all these guys are relying on these other guys to get them out of jail.
Yeah, true.
Otherwise, you're right, man. Precarious position. Gill and Hardik, they left GT lots to ask in the last 7-8 overs. And again, this partnership has been so nonchalant, like we've not even realized, and they've just cantered home again.
But Miller has been lucky too. I remember the Mumbai game when Bendoff dropped him in the 19th over, and then he hit that was a 6. And then he hit the 6th, the very next ball, and then he scored some runs in the last over as well. And today also he's dropped. So yeah, I mean, lucky times for Miller, but
still he's made it count, and good to him and good to Gujarat, because another 2 points for them by the looks of things. We're not doing the watch along for the evening game. It's just 1 per day, unfortunately. That'll trickle away for 4 as well to compound the misery for KKR. Really does. And now it gets 20 from 19. They can really walk home now. It's been a terrible over. 18 off it with a ball to go.
This win will keep Gujarat in the hunt for the top 2 spot.
Yeah, I mean, Gujarat again literally showing why it's not a flash in the pan last year. It's honestly great strategy employs from them for the most part of it. Again, leg side, again 6. I mean, this man can do no wrong, Vijay Shankar. All those people in Chennai are loving it. Sadharangani on the bench is loving it as well. And Gujarat, well, even the net run rate, so that's going to help them right now.
Absolutely. And boy, I mean, the kind of season Shankar is having, next level. I mean, kya ho raha hai? This IPL is beyond comprehension.
It is a it's almost like
in a way, the 4 teams are sort of differentiating themselves with the other 6, which is good because teams with good tactics, good squad construction, etc., or a good leader are getting rewarded. But yeah, I mean, in those teams, there are some very, very strange things that is happening. Vijay Shankar playing like this, Mohit Sharma bowling so well, Amit Mishra bowling so well.
Piyush Chawla,
but that's a different team.
That's a different team, yeah. But generally, I feel like the fact that they've got all their oldies to come to the party and how... It's madness. It's honestly madness. And we thought it was just the Midas touch in Dhoni, but look, all the oldies are having their say. 14 of 18, I have a feeling that Miller is going to finish it in this over.
Rana.
Nitish Rana once again.
Rana is bowling ahead of Shardul Thakur.
Oh,
Shardul
my
Thakur
God.
played as a pure number 3 today.
Wow. Yeah, that's something to take notice of as well. The fact that it's not been KKR's day out there. And Andre Russell also, not the birthday that he wanted. Vijay Shankar is just literally taken him on 24 in that last over. And Varun Chakravarti can't believe it. This partnership has just been 75 now almost of just 40 balls. So, look, lots of things to appreciate going forward. Before we finish the watch along, let's just quickly preview the games tomorrow, my friend, because CSK Punjab, what do you have to make of that? Is it a straight 2-pointer for Chennai?
Not really.
No?
Where is that game? Is that game in Chepauk?
Yeah, it's Chepauk.
Oh, then maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 50 for Vijay Shankar?
Oh, brilliant. And what is Nitesh Rana doing bowling right up outside? Around the wicket. Literally just throwing it in there.
Yeah, he's like, Rehne do yaar, main hi kar leta hoon. Anyway, we have to... It's like bowling last over of the day or 1 over before the new ball.
Yeah.
See, let's just finish this off.
Dude, so I'm trying to think.
Oh, not 50. It's 45. Right?
45. But he's got... Oh my God, wait for it. He's got 108 of 47 balls against KKR this season. 108 of 7.5 for Vijay Shankar. That is a joke, honestly. And Vijay Shankar, many people thought he was done and dusted. Everyone's writing him off, and then he has it in your face. It's a bizarre moment, but look, IPL have seen stranger things. 3 balls left. Can Miller finish it right now? No, it's just been thrown in there. It's just been darted in by Nitish Rana. So another single.
Coming back to the game tomorrow, I think CSK's far superior spin attack in comparison to Punjab should help them sail through.
If that is a miracle from Punjab's point of view, what is that miracle? Is it Livingston coming to the party? Is it Sam Curran enjoying himself with both bat and ball? Or is it a Dhawan special again?
If they can do a Chennai to Chennai, if everyone can sort of chip in, score those 20, 25, 30 runs and they end up scoring 200 plus or somewhere around that range. Oh, 6. And that's a 50 for Vijay Shankar and only 1 needed now. What a knock, yaar. I mean, they were sort of in trouble and they will be winning with 2 overs to spare.
I'm sorry, I'm less speechless because we were talking about the match tomorrow, but honest to God, look at this from Vijay Shankar. He's taking the piss right now in terms of taking on KKR's bowlers with absolute consummate ease. And even the celebration tells a story, right? Because he's looking at the dressing room and he's like, I've done it for you guys again. Against a similar opposition, but I don't care. 51 of 24. I have lots of things to write home about today. And wait for the hero shot now, because I think this is also going to go out of the park. 1 to win, 1 ball left. What's your prediction quickly?
Yeah, the game should be over in this.
What shot? Oh,
wide. Not needed. No help from the batter needed.
Literally.
That's game over, and Gujarat keep finding winners in every game. If it was Abhinav Manohar in the last game, it's Vijay Shankar in this one, and the Gujarat journey just carries on.
It just carries on, so and it tells me one thing. All the oppositions watching this do not, of course, decide to bat first against Gujarat because they're going to win. Unless Mumbai, of course, did what they did to them last year. They're serial chasers. They have match winner after match winner. If it's not Gill, Saha will get you. If it's not Saha, Shankar will get you. If it's not Shankar, I don't know, Miller will get you. It's as simple as that. And GT, like I said, it's not a flash in the pan. Lots to like and lots to, of course, comment for you guys watching this right now. I just want to ask Som quickly, your man of the match today.
Good question. Maybe someone between Josh Little or Noor Ahmed, because I think at the end of the day, the bowlers sort of stopped KKR from reaching above par total. I'll give it to Josh Little.
I agree with you, but the precarious position that Hardik and Shubman put their team in.
With after a victory of 7 wickets, I mean, they had batters to come. So I'd rather put it on the bowlers because they were put into a precarious position by their own batters. If a side is winning with 2 overs to spare, that just tells us that this was a very good wicket.
And it tells us how amazing they looked out there, Miller and Shankar in particular. So, look, lots to like I said, if you're a Gujarat Titans fan. And Vijay Shankar in this IPL against KKR, we mentioned that stat, we'll bring it up again. 114 of 48, a striking at 237. It's just absolutely
KKR
brilliant.
Specialist.
A KKR specialist, call him what you want. But Gujarat Titans getting the job done once again. Let's, of course, just make a quick substitution right now and preview the games tomorrow with this man.
Yeah, Nikhil. So, where did KKR lose it or Gujarat won it?
I'll sum it up in one line or one meme that Salman Khan once said, मैं दिल में आता हूँ, समझ में भी नहीं आता हूँ. This is what KKR is. You can neither... David Wiese and Shardul Thakur played as specialist fielders, batters.
Shardul played as specialist batter. At
specialist number 3.
Yeah.
Again, it's just KKR doing KKR things, and they were in a decent position, to be honest.
Yeah.
Joshua Little took 2 wickets in that over, and then they were always playing catch up. So despite that special from Gurbaz, I think they were always going to fall short. And with the field as well, you saw Suyas. I'm not saying they would have won, but just too many basic errors, and I don't know what they're trying to do with their team, really.
And with that bat as well, you got to feel, right? They were like 20 below par.
Yeah, and of course on this take, Andrew Russell himself said at the innings break that he felt they were 20-30 short, and they were 20-30 short. And it's not that they couldn't have gotten there. I just don't find that experiment of wanting to use people for the sake of it.
Yeah.
You wanted to promote someone, promote Russell, promote David, we say.
Yeah.
Promote anybody if you want. Why do you? It's that facade of wanting to use players better.
Yeah.
Use your specialists better first.
Yeah, I mean, but to be honest, that Shardul experiment did not cost them much. It is what followed after that.
My problem is with the process of opting for Shardul as the option. You have David Vijay. You have, even in this IPL, how many balls have Russell? How many balls has Russell faced?
Yeah,
he is in a good position.
That's an honest fact. Yeah.
So you put him in best positions, he'll get you those runs.
Yeah.
He'll bat the opposition out of the game. You're not giving him any opportunity. Getting him in the last 4 or 5 overs, there is all for him to lose than for him to win. So again, it's not that I'm against Shardul, but I just feel you are wasting a lot of resources trying to use just one bit better.
Yeah. Talking about Gujarat now, they won this game and quite comfortably at the end. But do you feel that the approach that Gill and Hardik have taken upon themselves, that can actually hurt them at a very crucial juncture at some point of the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, we all have been waiting for it since the last year, but it hasn't quite come off because, again, it's the depth that they have.
Yeah.
And you see what Vijay Shankar did today. It's
true, but
it will not always come off.
True,
So,
but we know that Vijay Shankar has done this against KKR, but not so much against the other team. And Miller has been lucky. He was dropped in the Mumbai game.
Yes.
He's dropped today.
Yeah.
There will come a time when his catch will be taken.
Yeah. And I think, I'll probably put it down to only one man there. Gill tried every game and he's gotten out trying to hit that shot.
Yeah.
So Hardik, I just feel he has to start quicker because the reason why he's at 3, because he didn't want Sai maybe at 3 doing the anchor role. So if he's also going to do the same role, then they're not helping the team. So that's probably the only cause of concern as of now, because I think it's their bowling that is just setting the game up for
True,
them.
I mean, that's the only sort of Achilles heel that I find in Gujarat, that someday Gill and Hardik are not going to get out, nor they are going to score quick. And when it comes, when there is Miller's and others' turn, those catches will be taken. And they might fail. And that might hurt Gujarat, and that might even happen while chasing, which has been their strength. So, I mean, with that, we'll just move on to the first game tomorrow, which is Chennai, Punjab. Chennai's home venue. Do you think Punjab stand any chance? Or
Yeah, they do. I think they've played enterprising cricket. To be honest, they're not playing with burden that, okay, we need one batter to bat through and all of that. So hopefully that should free them up and they can play the way they want to. Even in the previous game, chasing 250 odd, I thought had they pushed Liam up instead of Sikandar Raza, maybe they could have been in the game a bit more again. But it's their bowling that had a completely off day. Very keen to see how they change the personnel then, because Rabada has travelled a lot, not with the team, but in terms of the runs that is gone for. So because you have that Arshdeep matchup early on with Ruturaj. So he could stop him. You could have Conway, who struggled when people have taken pace off the ball. So I think Rajasthan in 2 games have given teams enough blueprint that, okay, this is how you can stop this Chennai side. There are specific lines that you can bowl to Shivam Dube. So if you see the top 3, then you can restrain them. So that's where I think it's going to be a very crucial game for Chennai. And more than Chennai, for 2 players in Moeen Ali and Ambati Rayudu. Because the rest have done something. Moeen Ali took a 4-4 versus Lucknow, but again, it was at times more Lucknow than Moeen doing the job. So very keen to see how Chennai uses that bit. Because with the ball, I think they were fit and fine. Patirana had a bit of less luck there. So I think it's the batting that I'm very keen to see how Chennai bat, because on that surface, it's a day game. So the ball could grip. So let's see how they pace their knocks there.
Yeah, any sort of... we won't foresee any changes in the Chennai setup, right? That's not how they work. They will stick to the same sort of 11.
Yeah, and also it's also because of the success that Patirana has had and the immediate impact that is made. So you definitely need Moeen Ali, or whether they want to take the route of Sander, I don't think so. That will happen as early as this. But the only room for change is that you get a Santner in, if you want to, so that you can have an extra spin bowling option, because they haven't used Moeen Ali much apart from that 1 over here and there. So, and if he's not batting higher up the order, that's the only room.
But with Punjab having a lefty at 1 and 3, we see a broader role from Moeen Ali, or
maybe I think Thikshana will definitely come into picture there. So very keen to see how they go about it.
So with Chennai, how they are very thorough with their planning, but this is a Punjab unit who have a lot of newbies,
Yes,
so
yes.
to speak.
Yep.
So do you think this can work against Chennai, that they don't really have a single or a two players that they really want to plan for?
Yeah,
They have to plan for the entire team, because Punjab are that
Yep.
sort of a unit. Because starting from Atharva Taide at one, then Prabsimran, who started well but has
Yeah.
sort of fizzled away, but still he
Yep.
has some potential.
Yep.
And they'll have Sikandar Raza, Liam
Yes.
Livingston, Sam Curran,
Curran.
Jitesh Sharma. So I mean, बहुत ज़्यादा plan नहीं कर सकते हो. It's not like you get him out
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the game is open.
And which
this is the best part about the Punjab side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was going. मैं उसी पे आ रहा था कि sometimes you need that lineup जहाँ पे आप burden नहीं हो expectation के कि भाई मेरे को पूरा अंदर खेलना है. मेरा काम है 20 बॉल में 40 बनाना. That's what the entire lineup is trying to do.
Yeah.
So that will definitely make it interesting. Also makes it more interesting if they bat first. Teams batting first are winning like on a roll, like on a roll here. So in Chennai, if you bat first and put up a good score, you have a chance.
Yeah, hopefully Dhawan will not repeat the mistake after the toss.
I sincerely hope, and I also hope they play Harpreet Brar tomorrow. Even though there are lefties, I think Brar is a good bowler that you can use. You definitely have Sikandar Raza, Liam Livingston, which they will definitely use. Yeah. And yeah, I think the key area that I feel where teams can counter Chennai a lot is the power play. जहाँ पे वो लोग spin use ही नहीं कर रहे ज़्यादा. It's almost been 3 overs of Akash, 2-3 overs of Tushar, and only 1 over of Tikshana, that too if needed. Yeah. So I think वहाँ पे if Prabsimran and somebody just takes off, versus Tushar or somebody, then it'll give Punjab the platform that they want to just keep going.
And this is also one of the blueprints that Rajasthan sort of taught everyone. They scored 70 or 72 runs in the 6 overs of both Akash and Tushar Deshpande. Yeah, so lots to look forward to that game. We of course have the other game, which is MI playing RR. Yeah, it's an evening game in Wankhede, and we'll be doing the watch along for that game. Any first thoughts on who starts favorite?
Of course, RR starts favorite. I mean, Mumbai's problem has been their construction of the squad, which is making people bat out of positions. Yeah. And Rajasthan are not a team that will miss something as easily as that. They are a side that plan a lot. It may or may not come off, but at least they have enough options for every player. Yeah. So that's where I feel Rajasthan will be better prepared. There are some interesting matchups. Sandeep Sharma versus Ishan Kishan. If Trent Bolt plays, then Trent Bolt knows the venue as good as anyone. So the problem for Mumbai has been the end overs, and you have a Shimron Hetmyer waiting at the other end to continue to do what is done well. Yeah. So
and Dhruv Jurel as well.
And Dhruv Jurel, again, great to see Dhruv Jurel also getting a good run and doing the impact that he making the impact so low, because that's what you want from the Indians. Yeah. So let's see how that works out, because Mumbai will be tested.
And do you also think one of the positives about Rajasthan is they won the last game without real contributions from Butler and Samson? Yeah. And Butler might be licking his lips that bhai ab Wankhede mein khel raha hu main.
And Butler loves Mumbai. I don't think there is more needed in terms of how much he likes to place the Mumbai attack, and he's dominated better Mumbai attacks.
With Bumrah in it.
So this is not... I'm very keen to see if Jofra plays, because that in itself is a good contest. 26 balls, 50 runs, 2 wickets for Joss versus Jofra. So again, lots of such matchups, but eventually I think the game will come down to how Rajasthan bowl and how the Mumbai's batters bat in the power play, because you can't always have Sky, Tilak and Team David to be doing a lot of scoring which they're behind at that venue.
Do you think Mumbai can look at a particular player to partner with Riley Meredith at the death? Because they've tried Cam Green, it has not worked out.
It's very interesting to see that option, because who else can they go to?
Can that be Kumar Karthike? Because the Pacers have not worked. Kumar Karthike at least has that mystery angle to him.
What I'll actually maybe think of it is attack early with Arjun and Jason. Look for wickets up top. Let not the game drift so much towards the end overs that you are forced to keep somebody for the end. So Jason hasn't worked out towards the end. Yeah. So don't keep 2 of him for the end. Just keep 1 maybe, and then you'll have to use maybe Tilak Verma. I don't know, but there's about Tilak Verma. So Piyush Chawla is there. You have Kumar Karthikeya. Could they play Ritik Sharma tomorrow? I don't know, because of the presence of lefties. They could bring him back in the attack. But my feel is with the attack that Mumbai has, they have to keep taking wickets early, because they can't rely on choking people towards the end. It's not worked out for them. They've leagued 96, 77 in some previous encounters. So I don't see a clear option. That
there isn't a clear option, to be honest.
As long as they are keeping 2 of Meredith, and if Archer is playing, just use Archer to take wickets. Don't use him to contain. He's not Bumrah.
And if you're playing Archer, play him for Behrendorff and not for Meredith, because
Yes.
then that's
Yes.
a very suicidal call, because then
Bilkul,
you're leaving
yes.
no
Both
particular
ends
bowler
open.
at the death. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I think, yeah. So let's see. I mean, for me as well, Rajasthan starts favorite in that game, and Chennai, because it's their home venue,
Yeah.
definitely start as the favorite team in the day fixture.
And-
With that, I mean, we'll call it the end of this show.
Yep.
We'll move forward to watching Sunrisers play Delhi at Kotla and watching that in peace. Without
Trying to
having
watch that in peace. actually.
without having to talk so much. So thanks all of you
Yep.
who joined us today, and
Yes.
do join us in the evening tomorrow for the Mumbai versus
Punjab
Rajasthan
and-
game.
yes, Rajasthan encounter. Yes.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
See you.